This is my second time coming to this world. Welcome to the Xingyuan continent. Please choose your class. You confirm the archer class. You pick the archer class right after entering the game, because you've been reborn, and you've got the server's only unique talent Soul Steel. Soul Steel Xingyuan skill. Any creature that dies within a kilometer of you will produce a single soul fragment that only you can see. After you absorb a soul fragment, it permanently boosts your attack by 1, and your attack range by 1 meter, and there's no limit to how much it stacks. You quickly finish creating your character, and name him One Arrow Double Standard. After you get to the starting village, you're shocked by the constant stream of players. Luckily, as a reborn player, you expected this. You don't do what everyone else is doing, grinding at a village entrance. Long lines are forming at the entry points. Instead, you go to a thatched hut to find a villager, and trigger a hidden quest. You give the starter longbow the system gave you to the villager. Then with the villager's help, you climb over the wall and leave the starting village. Wait, what, man? He gave his weapon away. Is he gonna fight monsters with his fists? You ignore how stunned everyone else is, and move quickly around the village outskirts, to the grinding spot at the village entrance. Xingyuan's just opened its servers. There's a ton of new players, crowding the grinding spot to kill rabbits. They're all level 0 rabbits. In Xingyuan, even without a weapon, you can still punch a rabbit to death. Right then your eyes land on a rabbit that just got beaten to death. You see something float up from the rabbit's body. A soul flies right over and enters your body. You've absorbed a soul fragment +1. Your attack power goes up by 1. Your attack range goes up by 1. You're thrilled. Then you head to the center of the grinding spot. Standing right there, you keep absorbing soul fragments from all around. Since there are so many people grinding, in just over 10 minutes, your stats VE completely transformed. Your attack power and range far exceed those of any normal player. And what's more, they keep growing as more rabbits die. While you're busy absorbing soul fragments, a voice comes from nearby saying, "Brother, this archer's so pitiful. Look, his longbow's already gone." Yow yow, don't be silly. We can't even get enough XP for ourselves. We don't have time to carry anyone else. I've seen him standing there for a long time. Can we help him out? Stop meddling. Soon 5 hours pass. The number of players at the entrance starts to drop, and your stats VE change significantly. Your attack powers reached a crazy 4,258. Your attack range now 4,253 meters. After another half hour or so, hardly any players are coming out of the starting village. The rate of rabbits dying nearby is also slowing down. Seeing this, you don't stick around. You head toward a level 1 grinding spot further away. The monsters here are wild cats. Their attack power's a bit stronger than the rabbits, but their health's almost the same, so they die pretty fast too. I even saw some familiar faces here. It's that brother and sister from before. The brother's a thief, the sister's a priest. They're working hard fighting wild cats. The cat claws kept hitting the brother. He'd grimace in pain every single time. Brother, I see that poor archer again. He's still level 1, brother. Can we help him out? He doesn't even have a weapon. Sis, are you stupid? His hands practically smoking here. And you've got time to worry about a stranger. The sister didn't say anything after hearing that. She just gave me an apologetic look. But her brother's working hard too. So she gave him a heal. A +61 showed up. A green light rose over his head. He immediately started grinning. We'll level up after 2 more cats. Then I'll take you to kill level 2 monsters. Okay, brother. But what's that? Wildcat King boss. Yow yow cried out, what's that? A husky-sized wildcat spawned. It's the Wildcat King boss. The Wildcat boss. It had a faint purple glow around it. This sudden change. The players around all gasped. Everyone focused. Right on the Cat King. The crowd went crazy. Players started rushing the boss. Ranged classes already started attacking. There's no limit on how many people can fight a field boss. As long as you're in range, you can attack it. Then, they split the rewards by damage. If you do less than 1%, it doesn't count. But the items go to whoever gets the kill. Compared to the noisy crowd, I'm looking pretty calm, because I'm the only one who knows. The boss spawning wasn't an accident. It's a mechanic in Star Element. When a ton of monsters die in one area, there's a chance a regional boss spawns. That's how the Cat King works. Except for the rabbit area. By now some ranged attacks. They'd already hit the Wild Cat King. Everyone watched with excitement. Those attacks, as long as they did damage, it meant they could kill the boss. But it shocked everyone. When all those attacks hit, only a few -2s floated over its head, and -3s about 98% of the damage. The boss just absorbed it all. This scene totally stunned the players. I'm the only one there who knows why, and how the damage math works in Star Element. It's different from traditional games. If you don't break their defense, you do 0 damage. Even forced hits won't work. The player attacks pissed off the boss. It screeched. Its claws popped out, and it swung at the crowd. The warriors in front. They got blasted instantly. One unlucky player. A piece of gear drops too, but a quick-eyed, fast-handed thief snatches it up. Everyone's freaking out because we can't break his defense run. This guy's starting a killing spree. The crowd goes into a panic. The boss is just tearing through the teams. You sneer and walk toward the Wild Cat King. He's just slaughtering everyone. You just sneer and walk toward the Wild Cat King. Is he crazy? The Wild Cat King notices you too. A hint of disdain flashes in its eyes. That human's too stupid. Trying to challenge me barehanded. The players back away in fear. They all freeze in shock. The brother and sister re-stunned. While everyone's shocked, a world announcement rings in your ear. Congrats on the first kill of the Black Iron Cat King. Since you're the first to kill a Black Iron rank boss player, your reputation increases by 10. You get some silver rank gear. You get the unique title Trailblazer. Since you're the first to kill a boss, your deeds will spread across the Star Origin continent. Do you want to hide your name? I said no, and the world announcement names me 1 Arrow Double Standard as the first player to kill a Black Iron boss. This announcement's being made. Reward includes a silver gear chest, reputation plus 10, and the Trailblazer title. Everyone's got just one thought right then. Who's this 1 Arrow Double Standard? How do we get in touch with him? While the players re-still in a daze, you grab the loot off the ground fast, then leave the crowd without looking back. Now you're hiding in a corner of the village, checking your gains. You put the 10 attribute points from leveling up into your constitution. Then you're looking in your inventory at an item glowing green, the exquisite Wildcat boots. Maybe it's because of the first kill. The Black Iron boss drops bronze gear, but you're only level 2 right now, so you can't wear these boots yet. Besides this bronze gear, there's still a silver chest to open. You take a deep breath, then open the chest. A silver white light shines. It's the musical longbow. Musical longbow top tier silver. Attack range plus 50. Attack speed plus 10%. Musical revelry active effect. Fire rate up to 200% for 10 seconds. 1 hour cooldown. Your eyes light up. You really need the skill on this bow. Perfect. It makes up for my slow attack speed. My clearing speed will go up, putting the bow away. You blend into the crowd like a newbie. You go right past the wild cat spot and head for the wild dog spot further out. There are still plenty of players here, but it isn't nearly as crowded. You go to a busier area. Then you pretend to shoot at some empty spots, firing an arrow now and then. While you're busy collecting soul shards, a small figure comes up to you. Great God, Double Standard, is that you? You've got the wrong person. No way. I've been watching you for a while. You're Yi Jian Shuang Biao. No way, I've been watching you for a while. You're definitely Yi Jian Shuang Biao. You've really got the wrong person. You don't have to lie to me. I remember your build. Big shot, can I add you as a friend? If you need a healer later you can call me. I've got huge heals. And my brother's really useful too. I can have him run errands for you. Yao Yao said, pointing at a thief nearby throwing enemies so fast they're just blurs. Yao Yao, I'm almost out of health. Save me. The girl just raised her hand. A second later a green light came from the thief, rising from his head with a plus 88 health. You saw that and your eyebrows jumped. A priest at this level, getting 40 points is already good, but this priest Yao Yao could actually hit 88. Sure, you can add me. Haha, I've already done it. I'm Yao Yao, one of the 3 great healers from my past life, known as the human fountain Yu Nai Yao. But the Yu Nai Yao from before had a cold vibe that kept people away. She's nothing like this bubbly girl. Alright, but thinking back, if this priest is Yu Nai, then he's Jian Renying. Is your brother named Yu Ying? Oh, do you know my brother? It's really Jian Renying, a legendary thief in the gaming world, a total sister-obsessed maniac, the #1 pest in Xingyuan. I heard his talent is speed. He'd make a pretty good tool. Thinking of this, your mouth curled up slightly. You looked at Yu Nai Yao with a warmer gaze. I won't add your brother for now. I'll just call you if I need anything. Okay, big shot, she said, and after chatting a bit, you left the wild dog grinding spot. Right now, the main crowd's reached level 3. Some pros are at level 4, almost 5. You remember the first player to hit level 5 can take the only unique quest in the starter village and get the unique reward. It's a huge help for leveling up later. It's been over 6 hours since the game started. Because you're using a gaming helmet, you've only got 8 hours of playtime. You've got to use this last hour or so to get yourself to level 5 and then pick up the dungeon quest. Once you've got the quest, you can wait until you're online tomorrow to finish it. You checked and your talent stacked over 6,000 times. With over 6,000 meters of range and attack power, you can completely one-shot any normal mob at this stage. Using your memory of the starter map, you skip the training areas below level 9 and went straight to the deepest part of the village, the level 10 training area. Using your memory of the starter map, you skip the training areas below level 9 and went straight to the deepest part of the village, the level 10 training area. It's a massive valley. Inside the valley, level 10 monsters called savage bears roam around. They've got high HP and defense, but they're slow. If you're good at combat, you can take them on solo. Because of your range, you don't even need to risk going into the valley. Just go straight to a high cliff nearby. You can look down on all the savage bears from there, and the distance to the bears below isn't more than a kilometer. You take off a beginner bow and equip the music longbow. You draw and fire in one smooth motion. An arrow flies out and hits a savage bear right on target. The bear's HP drops by 60-11. With just one shot, the health bar over its head empties out instantly. You killed a savage bear and got 180 XP. You draw again and aim at the next one. You killed another bear and got 180 XP. For the next while, you turn into a ruthless sniping machine. Every shot you fire takes down a bear. It doesn't take long to reach level 5. Once you hit level 5, a game notification rings in your ear. Congrats on being the first to reach level 5. The village chiefs recognized your strength. Go to the chief of beginner village 3 to collect the unique quest. It's here and you're thrilled. You crush a teleport scroll and head back to the village. You find the village chief pretty quickly. I've got a very important quest right here, and I need your help. Are you willing to help me? I'm in and he's happy. I knew I picked the right person. There's a lava demon in the volcano west of the village. I need you to defeat him, and use this scroll to seal him away. You've triggered the unique hidden quest Volcano Demon. Quest description. In the Jia volcano at the far west of the starting land, a lava demon's living there. Take the sealing scroll and seal the demon. You've got 3 days. There's only about 10 minutes left of your 8 hours. You log off right there since it's a unique quest. Since you've taken the quest, others can't get it from the chief anymore. You take off the helmet after playing all night. You're already starving, so you make a bowl of instant noodles. You crash right after eating. Time flies by. It's already midnight in the blink of an eye. With a flash of light, you're back online. With a flash of light, you log back in. You're still at the chief's house where you left. You check the game time, because when you logged off last time, there were 16 minutes left. So, this time your game time's 8 hours and 16 minutes. The total game time caps at 16 hours. It won't stack any more than that. The unique quest's still there after you log in. During the day, you've already carefully thought through the guide for this unique quest. You've already got a plan. But before that, you've got something more important to do. You're already level 5, and you meet the requirements to upgrade general skills. When you pick a class, you'll learn a basic skill. The basic skill for an archer is single shot, and after upgrading it becomes double shot. You go to the trainer in the village, spend 100 copper coins, and upgrade single shot to double shot. Then you open your friends list, and see your only friend Yao Yao is online. You send her a message about a quest, asking if she wants to heal. Over at the level 4 wild boar spot, Yao Yao is leaning against a tree looking bored, playing with her beginner staff. It's right there next to her. The thief Yu Ying's daggers are a total blur. The notification sound wakes Yao Yao up. Wow, it's Yi Jian Shuang Biao. She goes from bored to smiling instantly, and replies right away saying yes. Getting to quest with a pro makes her so happy. Alright, send me your coordinates. I'll come find you. Yao Yao sends her location right over to you. You find her quickly and she waves you over. The girl's really happy to see you, jumping around and waving her arms. Leveling here is too slow. I'll take you somewhere faster. Come here. You pull Yao Yao into your party without a word. Okay, I'm coming with you. Yao Yao doesn't even think twice. She just leaves her brother's party and joins yours instead. Yu Ying is busy fighting boars and doesn't notice a thing until he kills a boar and sees the party experience change. Then he finally notices his sister is gone. Yao Yao, where'd she go? Yao Yao, where are you? Why didn't you tell me you were leaving? I've already teamed up with the pro. We're heading to a high-level spot. Yao Yao, you're still young, so watch out for bad guys. Listen to me and come back. Yu Ying's worried. Even if it's just a game, he won't let his sister get taken advantage of. No way. I've got to warn that Yi Jian Shuang Biao guy. How can he not be found? That jerk didn't even add me as a friend. He charges forward. That jerk Yi Jian Shuang Biao. Just you wait as you lead Yao Yao back to the savage bear area you know so well. Are you taking me to fight level 10 mobs? Can we even handle them? You just smile and don't say a word. Standing on high ground, you draw your bow. The bear's health drops by 62-17. The arrow flies out, and the bear dies instantly. You killed a savage bear and got 75 EXP. You've absorbed a soul fragment. Your attack power and range both go up by 1. Yao Yao watched the whole thing, and her mouth is hanging wide open. She'd imagined many ways to kill mobs, but never thought you'd do it from hundreds of meters away. Killing the bear with just one shot. He's really so strong. Way stronger than my brother. You didn't really care about her reaction. You've already pulled out the Shadow Moon longbow and started firing off shots. One savage bear gives you 75 XP, but you'll need 6,000 XP to level up. There's no way around it. You want to finish the unique quest fast, so you'll need the priest's healing. That means sharing some XP. It's necessary to get her to level 5 early. With your rapid fire, you Yaro's XP bar started climbing fast, and finally hit the max. I'm level 5. Yao Yao felt her head spinning. She's level 5 already. Yesterday she swung her dagger like a windmill. And it wasn't even this fast. Yao Yao's words didn't stop your shooting. You kept picking off the savage bears below. If you've got nothing to do, go down and pick up the gear. Okay. Yao Yao replied, and headed down into the valley. Last time you were in a rush to turn in a quest, so you left a bunch of gear behind. Can't let it go to waste this time. Level 10 gear might not sell well right now, but the dropped copper coins are real money. You stayed up top and kept shooting, while Yu Nai Yao got busy down below. Under your rapid fire, you cleared out the savage bears again. Just as you were about to leave, Yu Nai Yao let out a scream. A boss had just spawned. You quickly spotted it in the valley. That massive figure that just appeared. Yu Nai Yao, who was picking up gear, sent the info over immediately. It's a bronze boss. Its skills are Bear Roar, Earth Stomp, and Savage Charge. It's definitely a level 10 bronze boss. These stats are insane. Normal players couldn't even scratch it. Luckily, your attack powers already hit 6,452. Without any damage reduction, one shot can take off over 4,000 HP. Get back. I'll take this boss. You sent a message to Yu Nai Yao. Then you triggered the bow's active skill, Shadow Moon Frenzy. It'll boost attack speed to 200% for 10 seconds. With a 1-hour cooldown. At your current speed, you can fire a shot in under 2 seconds. After activating the bow skill, you can attack over 10 times in 10 seconds. Besides that, you can use your archer skills to deal double shot damage. Double heavy arrow. It'll fire 2 heavy arrows at one target. Each one deals 150% attack damage. It'll cost 20 mana, with an 8-second cooldown. According to the skill description, this skill of yours can deal 12,000 damage to the Savage Guardian. You started with a basic attack, then followed up with double heavy arrow, then popped frenzy and started blasting. Once the 10 seconds were up, you used double heavy shot again. Yu Nai Yao was hiding in Bear Valley. She saw above the Bear Guardian's head. A bunch of damage numbers popped up. Then his health bar was like a floodgate, dropping fast until it was empty. Just like that, he's dead. You're at level 8 now. She thought one-shotting Black Iron bosses were the pro's limit. Turns out he can even one-shot bronze bosses. Right then, the game notification rang in your ear. Congrats on killing the bronze boss. Guardian, your level's up to 8. Since you're the first on the server to kill a bronze boss player, your reputation's up by 30. You got a top-tier gold equipment choice chest. You got 30 free attribute points. You got a general skill book. Your deeds'll spread across Star Source continent. Do you want to hide your name? Server announcement: player 1 arrow double shot. Yao Yao gets car sick for being the first to kill a level 10 bronze boss. Another announcement echoed through the server. All the players grinding away instantly lost their minds. Are you kidding me? A bronze boss at the level 10 boar spot. Yu Ying was messaging his sister, and he froze up too. He thought someone scammed his sister. Turns out she really was leveling up, and even killed a bronze boss. Once an accident, twice means real skill. But this kid made off with my sister Yao Yao. Where are you guys now? I'll come see brother, don't bother. I've already gone back to the village with the guy. He's gonna upgrade my priest skills. Inside the starter village, you took Yu Nai Yao to the priest trainer, upgraded the healing spell. After the upgrade, you took a piece of gear from the bronze boss, and handed it over. Geothermal necklace, top tier Black Iron magic boost. Mana regen speeds up by 30%. Yu Nai Yao's stamina. Her ability's gonna get a huge boost. For the unique quest you're about to do, it'll be a huge help. Guardian leather armor, silver quality. Equip level 10 Earth Guardian. When taking fatal damage for the first time, keep 1 health point. This really useful for you. It'll make you a bit tougher. Besides the gear, the Bear Guardian also dropped 600 copper coins. You gave half to Yu Nai Yao. This pro's so chill. Splitting the loot after the boss kill. You used the general skill book right away. Since it's a choice, you didn't hesitate, and picked one of the general skills. Split arrow, a passive that triggers after a hit. It splits into 3 phantom arrows. The phantoms will auto-attack nearby targets. Each phantom does 80% physical damage. The phantom range 50% of your attack range. Toggle cooldowns 1 second. No cost, and this before level 10 for archers. It's the only area of effect skill. Plus, it's a really handy toggleable passive. It's really useful for you right now, since players aren't as crowded as at launch. So you can't just let the player army work for you anymore. Players right now aren't as fast at killing mobs as your own shots. Split sword fits exactly what you need. After picking the skill, you open the gold gear selection box. Right now you're only level 8, and for the top gold, most gear in that selection box needs you to be level 10 to use. You looked through all the gear carefully, and finally picked a ring called the Swift Ring. It's gold tier. Skills and attacks used within 3 seconds will stack 1 layer of swift power. Each stack adds 10% attack speed up to 8 stacks. That means if you keep the rhythm, you'll be more than twice as fast as usual. This ring is really worth it. Then when you use the Full Moon Carnival skill, your attack speed will go up to 4 times the original for 10 seconds. With this kind of burst power, nothing can tank it at this stage. You put on the Swift ring, and went to the shop for 2,000 more arrows. Then you called Yao to head out. It's time to finish that unique quest. Right after the two of you left, Yu Ying came rushing back on foot, and got back to the village. He searched the village for ages, but couldn't find his sister. Yao, where are you? That one arrow guy took her. Give me back my sister. Outside the village you and Yao headed west. You one-shotted every mob you saw on the way. You didn't even pick up the gear or copper coins. You were just doing it to stack your talent. If only my brother was here. He runs really fast. He's great at picking up loot without slowing down. You paused for a second. Hearing what Yao said, you suddenly had an idea. Yu Ying doesn't have many skills, but he's top tier at running. My range is getting longer and longer lately. I have to run a long way to get loot. If I have to run back and forth a kilometer, it's such a waste of time. But what if someone picked it up for me? Yao, where's your brother now? He's back at the starter village. Why? Send him the coordinates and tell him to come. We sent the coordinates, okay? Let's keep moving. With Yu Ying's speed he'll catch up fast. Sure enough, in less than 5 minutes, Yao told you her brother arrived. Li Wenyang stopped walking. A black figure showed up in the distance, rushing over at high speed. Yu Ying's legs were moving so fast they left after images. He didn't want to stop for even a second. Hey kid, stay away from my sister, or else don't blame me. Before Yu Ying could finish, he saw a wooden arrow hit a deer nearby. The deer's health dropped by 6841. Yu Ying's eyes almost popped out. Even though he'd seen your damage before, you were only doing about 4,000 then. Now it's almost 7,000. Haven't seen this guy for a day and he's getting more ridiculous. What did you just say? It's too far. Well, what I meant was, great God, why'd you ask me to come over? What I meant was, great God, why'd you ask me to come over? Oh, it's like this. Yao said you run really fast, so I wanted to ask you to help me pick up gear far away. I can't pick it all up myself. What pick up gear? I'm a future thief king with an SS gold talent. No way I'm doing that. We'll split the money 50-50 after selling the gear. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. Deal. Accept the party invite. Love you, sis. Plus he'd just seen the other guy's damage, saying he couldn't pick up the gear. Yu Ying actually believed it. Gear demand is still huge right now. This game new era, with all the governments pushing it. It's incredibly popular, but the drop rates are pretty sad. That means most players still don't have any decent gear in their hands. Even a pro like you is just wearing newbie cloth armor. You can imagine how terrible the drop rates are. Yu Ying thought to give his sister a better life. What a little hard work and losing face. After Yu Ying joined, you didn't stop anymore, killing every mob along the way while moving. Along the way, you finally saw Yu Ying's movement speed. He was actually faster than you. You've got to realize, with your gear your agility had already reached 68 points. Normally, this stat's like a level 10 full agility. Thief, his moves are faster than I thought. He's only level 4. But at this speed, he picks up every single piece of gear. What exactly is his talent? But one thing's for sure, if he really focused on running, not many could catch him. Compared to your surprise, Yu Ying was already thrilled. Even though new era's drop rates are low, but your kill speed's just too fast. With those sheer numbers, plenty of gear was dropping. I'll sell this white staff for 80 copper and buy a durian for Yao. Hey, another weapon dropped. This one's 120 copper. I'll get some grilled fish for Yao too. Whoa, boots, I'll sell these for a late night snack for Yao. The three of them fought as they walked, and finally reached the newbie village's westernmost volcanic area. Since you're carrying the sealing scroll, you've been noticed by the fire demon Calder. Inside the volcanic area, you'll take constant burn damage. The closer you get to the center, the stronger it gets. The guide for this fire demon in my past life had already been figured out by everyone. Luckily we've got a priest and Yao in the team. Now we've got Yu Ying too. Clearing the dungeon won't be a problem. Yu Ying, go lure the fire imps from the volcano area ahead. Bring them all over. HMPH, no problem. Yao, keep an eye on your brother, okay? Don't worry, great God. After I told them what to do, I backed up a few steps and left the volcano area. As I backed away, the damage numbers over my head vanished instantly. Yu Ying charged ahead valiantly and rushed right into the volcano area. A moment later, a figure rushed out from behind the volcanic rock. His butt was smoking and he yelled, "It's over. Someone help me. These volcano imps are ranged casters. Yao, save me." A green light rose from a healing spell. Yu Ying's health bar filled up instantly. The upgraded healing spell was way stronger than the basic one. Yu Ying was clearly shocked by Yao's healing. He almost got hit by a fireball from behind. Just then, An arrow flew in from a distance. It was precise, and hit the imp at the very front. After the arrow hit the imp, it instantly split into 3, killing the 3 imps nearby instantly. In less than a second, 11 imps were killed on the spot. The rest of the imps hadn't even reacted before another arrow fell. The whole place suddenly quieted down. Yu Ying looked at me in the distance, totally shocked. He tried to overestimate me this whole time, but he realized he'd still underestimated me. Has he always been this powerful? You mean Great God Shuang Biao? He's always been this powerful. I've also got an SSG talent, but why does it feel so useless now? The mobs are all cleared out. Next, I've got to lure the boss out of the volcano. After I'd said a few things, I sent Yu Ying to lure the boss. After I'd told him what to do, I sent Yu Ying to lure the boss. The boss, Fire Demon Calder, is a field boss, but he's got his own territory, so luring him out isn't easy. But I'm different. My range is over 7,000 meters now. At this distance, I can cover the whole Jia volcano. As long as the boss shows his head, I can take him out instantly. And the only job for Yu Ying is to lure Calder out. A loud bang came from inside the volcano. Then thick smoke shot into the sky. Along with all that noise, a huge figure rose from the lava. Tiny mortals, how dare you disturb the great Calder's sleep? Fire Demon Calder, silver rank with the Fire Roar skill. Summon demon and lava burst. Calder's voice was like a booming bell. It shook the whole Jia volcano. It made everyone shiver. Even the players farming far away. They'd all heard the noise here. The regional channel got busy in a flash. It looked way stronger than the Savage Guardian, but really only its health bar was big. It wasn't really a threat to me anymore. As soon as it showed up, you'd already made your move. The Flame Demon Calder roared in the distance, but he couldn't leave the volcano, its core area, so he could only vent his rage on the ground. Calder's huge palms slammed the ground, shattering the volcanic rocks all around. Even the ground got smashed in deep. After a few arrows, your attack speed stacked up. Seeing this, you immediately turned on the skill, the longbow skill Frenzy, doubling your attack speed. In that instant, the arrows in your hand sped up, with a crazy high fire rate, attacking the Flame Demon Calder. Tons of damage numbers popped up over the demon's head. His health bar dropped like a floodgate opened. Yu Ying was stunned, watching from the side. In less than half a minute, the Flame Demon's health bar was empty. I'm not finished, Lord Lawrence. I failed. You've beaten the Flame Demon Calder. Seal his demon core quickly. The demon core's floating by the body, giving off an evil fire. You grabbed the sealing scroll and slapped it onto the core. You've sealed the Flame Demon. The task's done. Looking at the unique quest, it showed as completed. You were a bit excited too. This first kill dropped 2 gold tier items and 1 gold tier tool. The demon staff's a gold tier active. It can summon imps based on your mana, summoning 3 fire imps to fight with you. Mana burns are passive. It uses double mana when casting, but boosts spell power to 130%. Obviously, this is top tier gear for a glass cannon mage. The summoned imps can act as tanks, and mana burn boosts the damage. The demon collar's a gold tier active. Demon body immunity. It clears all debuffs when used, with a 1-hour cooldown. Blood burns are passive. It sets your max health to 90% but adds 50 resistance. Besides the 2 pieces of gear, there's also a gold tier tool. Demon's Whisper is gold tier. It's a one-time use item. It confuses a target for 5 seconds. With this gear, it'll really help with what's coming next. That's when you noticed the area outside the volcano was full of people. A tall and sturdy man stepped out. A bearded middle-aged guy said, "Hello. I'm Batn Yi Dao from the Batn Guild. Were you the ones fighting this boss?" Yu Ying and Yu Nai Yao didn't say a word. Instead, they looked over at you. Batn Yi Dao understood right away. It looked like Yi Jianshuang Jia was the leader. "Hey, Double Standard. Are you interested in joining our Batn Guild? I'll give you a branch leader spot," he said. The crowd watching nearby suddenly let out a collective gasp. Only giving Double Standard a branch leader spot? I think you shouldn't be called Batn Idao anymore. You should be called One More Cut. Everyone gasped again when they saw who it was. It's the leader of the Yushan Guild. Yushan Dangtian called out to me. "As long as you come to our Yushan Guild, I'll make sure you're the first elder. If you perform well, I can even promote you to vice president." Wow, vice president. In my past life, this Yushan Guild was really disgusting. They worked with the evil god. The bloody scenes of them betraying players are still fresh. And now they actually want me to join. It's just ridiculous. If I didn't have to go back and hand in my quest, I'd start a PK right now and kill Yushan Dangtian in a second. Sorry everyone. I don't have any plans to join a guild right now. I accepted Batn Idao's friend request, and then I crushed the teleport scroll, seeing that I didn't even look at the Yushan Guild, and just went straight back to town. Yushan Dangtian's face immediately turned sour. As the crowd dispersed, Yi Jianshuang Biao killed the boss again, and the news of him rejecting the big guilds spread all over the forums. Of course I didn't have time to care about that. By now I'd already gone back to the village chief. I finished the quest. The village chief took the item. He said I knew you were a warrior. This is the reward you deserve. Ha ha ha. Didn't you finish the unique quest Volcano Demon? You've obtained the unique item Angel Wings. Angel Wings can be soul-bound. Once bound you can control the wings to fly freely. They are upgradable. That unique gear everyone wanted in my past life. Only the first person to finish the unique quest can get it. With just a thought, the wings behind me trembled slightly, and I took off into the air. All around, the players doing quests all started shouting in surprise. Experiencing flight for the first time made me so happy. It took half an hour before I reluctantly landed. Congrats, you've reached level 10. I felt a bit dazed. In my past life it took me 10 days to reach level 10. But in this life, it only took 2 days to hit level 10. A server announcement said a player hit level 10. The leaderboard is now open. The server announcement stunned everyone again. Are you kidding me? I'm only level 4 and someone's already level 10. Is the gap really that big? Are you kidding me? I'm only level 4. Someone's already level 10. Is the gap really that big? It's the Grey God Shuang Biao Wow. Oh, then it's fine. At a level 6 grinding spot, Yushan Dangtian's face looked terrible. This Yi Jian Shuang Biao's a huge threat. Since I can't use him for myself, I'll just have to destroy him. I'll go and look into him for me. If he really doesn't know what's good for him. Don't worry, guild leader. I'm on it. You sent a screenshot of the demon staff to Tyrant Blade. Even though there's an auction house in Xinyuan, they take a 10% cut, and it's better to save that money. Not long after you sent the screenshot, Tyrant Blade replied saying he'd pay 100,000 copper to buy that gear from you. Just name a place and we'll trade directly. Send someone to the starter village entrance to trade. Before long, you saw a young guy named Tyrant Scout running over to you. He was super polite when he saw you. The two of you finished the trade quickly. Tyrant Scout didn't dare leave the village, so he ran straight to the warehouse in the center. From now on, you could finally focus on stacking your talent. First you flew over the level 0 rabbits. Then using your crazy long attack range and the area damage from your split arrows, you cleared the whole area in under 2 minutes. All the rabbits at the leveling spot were gone. Then you did the same thing to clear the next spot. At the same time you messaged Yao Yao and gave her some coordinates, telling her to bring her brother Yu Ying and wait there. By the time you flew to the target location, your talent stacks already passed 10,000. When you dropped down from the sky, right in front of Yao Yao and her brother, their eyes almost popped out of their heads. The group soon reached the place near where you'd killed the flame demon. In a small valley made of volcanic ash, you pulled out the sealing scroll that the village chief worked on. It detected the area still had the flame demon's lingering scent, asking if you'd use the scroll to open the portal. Open it. Player 1 arrow 2 marks opened the demon heart. All players level 5 and up could enter the dungeon. Less than 30 seconds after the dungeon opened, a message popped up in your friend list saying, "Brother, our guild wants to get the first clear on this dungeon. Can you help us out, brother? Our guild wants the first clear. Could you give us a hand? Just name your price." You said sure, but I get to distribute all the dungeon gear, and you'll owe me another 100,000 copper after. Tyrant Blade agreed without a second thought. As long as they got the first clear, the impact of the server announcement was worth more than any amount of ad money. While Tyrant Blade was on his way, players training nearby started showing up. Once they saw the three of you, they recognized you immediately. A few pretty female players came right up and asked if you're the big shot. Our whole team's just girls. I'm a priest, and I've got plenty of heals. And my damage's insane too. Can I take a look? Yao Yao, standing next to you, pouted so hard her lip almost touched the sky. She felt like her favorite treasure was being eyed by someone else. Tyrant Blade didn't keep you waiting long. To make sure no other guild stole the first clear, he rushed over with 8 guild members. Jiangyun, I added Nai Yao and the BA10 guild members to the team. Everyone follow my lead once we're in the dungeon. I'll make sure you get that first kill without any trouble. Don't worry, I've already told them. Just kick anyone who doesn't listen. You double standard pro. I'm not even in the group yet. The BA10 guild members can pick up the loot. I told him I didn't need him yet and led the way in, leaving Yu Ying standing there all confused. You jerk, 1 arrow double standard. You're leaving me behind again. This really pisses me off. Entering the Breath of the Demon dungeon now. Please choose a difficulty. Hell difficulty selected and teleporting now. As the game prompt popped up, my whole group instantly entered the Hell level Breath of the Demon dungeon. As soon as we got inside, a wave of scorching heat hit us, making everyone feel pretty uneasy. Right then, the BATN guild members noticed something was off. Why are we in a Hell level dungeon? Hey brother, double standard. This is Hell difficulty. The stuff I need only drops in Hell difficulty, I told them. BATN Yi Dao shut his mouth immediately. But the other BATN players couldn't hold back. They didn't say anything out loud, but they started complaining in their private chat. What's this 1 arrow double standard guy doing? They didn't say it to my face, but they were talking trash in their group chat. What the hell is one arrow double standard doing? He's picking the hardest mode without even trying it first. Is he trying to get us killed? Let's just try it first. Since he dared to pick it, he must be confident about this difficulty. Hearing Ba Tian Yi Dao say that, the others had no choice, so they just shut up for now. I didn't know that the Ba Tian Guild members were talking about me. My focus right now was already on the dungeon info. This hell-level breath of the demon dungeon. I'd been here in my past life, but I died at the final boss. That boss was really good at close combat, so I couldn't use my abilities properly, and we ended up wiping. It's different now though. I grabbed my longbow and said to the team, speaking to a guy dressed like a thief, "Thief, go ahead and lure some mobs. Healer, keep an eye on his health. Everyone else get ready to grab the loot." A thief pulling. Shouldn't a tank be taking the hits? Fine. They're elite members of the Ba Tian Guild after all. Even though they didn't like me picking hell difficulty, or my weird commands, their skills were still top-notch. Pulling and kiting mobs, trapping mobs and healing. The whole thing went smoothly. Right then, that thief pulled a bunch of demons. Once those humanoid demons saw him, they all roared and charged. The thief looked pretty nervous. These demons have high attack and low defense. If he accidentally takes a couple of hits, he might die right there. Seeing this, the tank in the team was about to go up and take the hits, but then you raised your bow, firing 3 arrows a second. With the heavy and split sword combo, above the glory fire demons' heads, a wave of damage numbers popped up. Every single one's over 10,000. In just a flash, the lava demons chasing the thief died on the spot, leaving only gear and coins on the ground. Everyone there's frozen in shock. What's going on? Damage over 10,000. It's a one-shot kill. Even Batty and Edao's watching in silence. He knew you're good, but didn't think you're this good. But anyway, your strengths finally put them at ease. Your strengths finally put them at ease. What are you still standing there for? Go pick up the gear already. Everyone's finally snapped out of it. The tank's the first to rush forward and picked up the dropped gear. The thief's still out pulling mobs, luring out all the glory fire demons. In less than a minute, the whole valley entrance is cleared of demons by you. This farming efficiency's crazy, even for the Batian Guild who'd seen it all. The elite team's left speechless. I don't need any of this gear. You guys name a price. Batian Edao straightforward too. He's used gold gear as a reference, and given a fair price, you didn't have any objections. Everyone's kept moving forward. They're soon outside a cave. Entering the cave, a bunch of demons hanging from the ceiling caught everyone's attention. You've raised your hand and fired. Then you've used the heavy and split sword again, followed by basic attacks, instantly killing the gargoyle demons. Everyone's dazed once again. If every dungeon's cleared like this, that'd be amazing. Brother Ichien's so strong. Everyone's kept going deeper. They've soon found 3 cave entrances, knowing the middle cave's where the boss is located. The side ones are where the switches are, so they didn't hesitate to enter the left one. After walking for less than 3 minutes, the view suddenly opened up, a massive underground space, appearing before everyone. In the very center of the space, there's a grand fire altar, a petrified demon's in the middle. Behind the demon, there's a lever-like switch. To enter the boss room, you've got to pull that switch, connecting the entrance and the altar. There's only a long rope bridge. Below the bridge is endless darkness. Someone's got to cross to the altar. Once the demon wakes up, he'll destroy the bridge. So the person who goes over, unless we can take out the demon before he destroys the bridge, take him out. Otherwise we're dead for sure. The rogue player who lured the mobs earlier stepped up and said, "I'll do it, I'm fast. Maybe I can distract him, I'll go. I'm fast. Maybe I can distract him," you nodded, signaling him to flip the switch. Seeing that, the rogue player immediately rushed to the altar in the middle. The moment he crossed the bridge and stepped on the altar, a dull roar echoed in everyone's ears. Filthy humans. The Great Flame. Lord Lauron the demon isn't someone you can disturb. The statue instantly came to life, and blood-red flames ignited on his body. Demon Guard channeled Elite Level 10. This distance is too far. Can the pro hit the demon? As soon as those words were said, everyone was stunned. While everyone was worrying, you'd already started. A plain wooden sword was notched on the silver moon longbow. Then it flew out with a whoosh. Everyone's eyes were glued to that wooden sword, until it landed on the Demon Guard. The Demon Guard's HP dropped by 1248. The damage numbers appeared. Can he do it? Vile insects, come and fight me. Under your attacks, the Demon Guard lasted less than 8 seconds before dying. As the boss fell, a pile of gear dropped. Luckily, the rogue player who was drawing aggro didn't die, and he'd already quickly picked up the gear. You ignored several useless black iron items and silver gear, but you kept 1 silver scepter. This silver item's stats were pretty average, but the resurrection skill it had was very useful. Give that scepter to Yao Yao. Got it. When the girl got the silver gear, she felt dizzy with excitement. Top tier gear like this, and the pro didn't even blink before giving it to her. Once activated, the target gets a resurrection status. It's actually a skill like that. That's amazing. After sorting the gear and having the rogue pull the switch, you led the group back to the original three-way junction, then chose the path on the far right. Just like the first guard altar, this was also a demon guard altar. Just like the previous altar, this was also a demon guard altar. You did the same thing again, killing the guard before he could destroy the bridge. This time a few more silver items dropped, along with a bunch of black iron gear. But none of this gear was useful to you, so you had Batty and Edo traded all for cash. After both altar switches were flipped, the group finally had to face the final boss, following the middle cave all the way down. After a moment, the group arrived at an underground cavern that was several times larger than the previous two. The difference was, there were no altars or demons in this cave, only a stone staircase leading down from the entrance. And below was nothing but churning hot lava. In the middle of the lava, there's a huge demon head with its eyes closed. He's the boss of this dungeon, the fire demon Lauron. At the edge of the lava, there are a few small platforms only big enough for 3 or 4 people. Other than that, there's nowhere else to stand. In your past life, you stood on those small platforms to fight the boss, but back then you were a warrior. Your range was just too short. Even if you pushed your abilities to the limit, you couldn't stop the boss from exploding. This is where archers shine. Someone go pull the boss out. No, it's too narrow down there. I can't move around. I'll go, but in the end, it was another archer in the team who took the job. He climbed down to the bottom. Then, he fired a double heavy shot at the demon's head with his arrows. But he only did 5 damage to the demon. 2 single-digit numbers in red floated up from the demon's head. The archer felt his face heat up. Compared to your tens of thousands in damage, his single-digit damage was just embarrassing. Batn Yi Dao saw this and felt pretty ashamed too. He took a quick peek at you and relaxed when he saw you didn't react. The sleeping boss finally woke up after taking damage. Who's disturbing the great Lauron's sleep? I'll make you pay. With a low growl, the demon in the lava slowly showed its form. Unlike the huge size you fought outside, this time the fire demon Lauron was only about 5 meters tall, but his stats were way higher than before. This time the fire demon Lauron was only about 5 meters tall, but his stats were way higher than before. Fire demon Lauron, legendary rank demon king form, skill flame roar, summon demon lava burst, giant's body reborn in fire. When the fire demon's crazy stats appeared in front of everyone, everyone went silent. Is this thing even beatable? We're gonna die here, don't talk nonsense. But look at him. Everyone looked over at you and saw you'd already pulled back your bowstring. An arrow flew from your hand, hitting the fire demon below perfectly. A health drop appeared on the demon. 9754 damage, 9700. The fire demon's aggro was pulled by you instantly. You damn bug. You've made me angry. Get out of the way, Yao Yao. Flame burst. Screams rang out. The teammate icons in the party went dark all at once. Only you, Nai Yao, who was standing with you, survived. Everyone else, including Batn Yi Dao, got one shot. Hold on to me, you told you, Nai Yao. Then you flew to the highest part of the cave. You, Nai Yao, was scared to death, gripping your arm as hard as she could. You took her and flew to the top of the cave, from the flame demon standing in the lava, at a full 500 meters of distance. None of the flame demon's attacks reach you. You grabbed your bow right then, at the flame demon roaring below, and kept firing shots. Since it couldn't reach you, the flame demon only roared helplessly, smashing the lava around it everywhere. Right then, the Tyrant Guild's private chatted blown up. What kind of crazy damage that? I'm a full health warrior and I'm one shot. Double Eagle still hitting the boss. He's not dead yet. He's still fighting the monster. All buff reactive. The music carnival's starting. The final blessing. Let the light protect your success. After Yao'd given you a resurrection buff, the flame demon used a full screen attack. Yao'd no way to save herself. Her health bars wiped out. Yao'd no way to save herself. Yao's health's wiped out. But this bought you a precious chance to deal damage. You'd moved through the air like a ghost. Lauron's like a furious lion now. Then, Lauron's attacks never hit you again. You'd started kiting him. With your flexible movement, Lauron's health kept dropping. Finally reached the boss's kill zone. Without hesitation, you'd charged up the final blow. The wiped out team'd worry about you. But before they'd respawn, they'd heard the game notification in their ears. Your team successfully cleared the dungeon. Clearing the dungeon like that's impossible, right? Double Eagle, Yao Yao gets car sick, Tyrant Blade, and the other players. First to clear the hell level demon's abyss. Their feat will be recorded across the Star Continent. The floating announcements tip left Tyrant Blade's crew totally stunned. From the moment they'd started to now, it had only been about 3 minutes. And the terrifying final boss already been killed. It's just way too fast. At the same time, in another normal level dungeon, Yoshin's leading the guild's elite squad, fighting the final boss. Unlike the hell level, the normal level boss, he's standing on a large flat ground. His stats re-worlds are part 2. As long as you pull the mobs right. It's not that hard. Leader, it looks like the first clear. It'll belong to our Yushin guild. Yeah, that's right. A smile's on Yoshin's long face. That idiot Tyrant Blade. He's probably still kissing Double Eagle's ass. Player Double Eagle. And the Tyrant Guild's got the first clear on Demon's Abyss. What the member next to him's eyes went wide and shouted, "Leader, they've cleared the hell level. Leader, they've cleared the hell level." The elite team members re-shocked. Their movements slowed down a beat. And the boss, who's raging, he instantly killed a few squishes, then turned around and crushed the tank. Things got out of hand and the whole team wiped. At the dungeon entrance, Yushin grabbed a teammate's face hard, looking furious. "Who told you to shout so loud? Boss, I'm sorry, it hurts. You killed the silver boss Flame Demon Calder. You got 0 experience. You curled your lip. After level 10, you've got to finish the novice trial to keep getting experience in the main city. The reason you're still here is for the dungeon's first clear reward. And on the other hand, it's for the hidden gold boss in the village." Everyone appeared at the dungeon entrance. You checked the gear in your inventory. Then you sold 1 gold item. And for silver items to Ba Tianyi Dao. As for yourself, you kept 2 items including Flame Blood. It's a gold tier item. Activate the Flame Path skill. And for 10 seconds everywhere you walk, it'll leave a trail of fire. Any enemies walking on that trail take 50 burn damage every second. It's got a 1-hour cooldown. The Hellstone necklace gives 50 mana, plus 20 resistance, and 20% mana regen. Activate the Hellfire ring. It uses 30% of your max mana to give you a defensive fire ring. It boosts resistance by 100 and blocks 100 range damage until the ring breaks. Thanks so much, Double Standards. We almost lost the first clear to Yushin's guild. It's just a fair trade. You said bye to Ba Tianyi Dao. Talked to you Na Yao and logged off. You checked the leaderboard before leaving. You're still at the top. You Na Yao second. Since he's been following you, he's gotten plenty of experience. He's level 9 and the one in third is Yu Yi, who's also been with you. He's currently level 8. You took off the helmet. You checked your bank balance on your phone. When you saw that 7-figure balance, you finally had a real smile on your face. Then you spent 990,000 to pre-order a gaming pod online. Unlike the helmet, the pod lets you play 2 extra hours. For other players, that might just be more experience. But for you, that's 2 more hours to stack your talent. You couldn't afford it before, but now that you've got the cash, you won't waste the chance. The staff's really efficient. Not long after you finished eating, they came over to install it. An hour later the pod was all set up. With the pod you could log back in. You went to see the village chief. "Oh, it's you. Chief, I want to take the novice trial." "Well then, what difficulty do you want for the trial? The result of this trial will directly affect your future growth. Please choose carefully." The red warning text's really bright, but I don't care at all. I focus my attention on the selection panel that pops up. Hell difficulty, monster HP 6400%. All stats re 300%. I'll take hell difficulty. As soon as I say that, the smiling village chief's face drops and he says, "Young man, I'm telling you to think this over. I've already made up my mind." Seeing I'm sticking to it, the chief doesn't say anything else. He just wishes me luck and starts the teleport for me. A light blue teleport circle rises under my feet. A second later I'm gone from the village. There's a flash of light, and I'm in a place with dim light. It's a dark underground square. The whole place is about 2 football fields big. I'm standing right at the edge. The game notification pops up. Player Yi Jianshuang Biao. I'm starting the hell trial. Your opponent's Berserker Graal. As the notification fades, the Berserker across from me snaps his eyes open. His blood-red eyes re-locked on me. "Ah, so you're the challenger." Berserker Graal level. Level 10 skills Fury Demon Blood Rage. Blood Surge. Even though I'm prepared. Seeing Graal's stats, I can't help but swallow hard. Those stats seriously scary. But the plan'll work. Even I'm shaking a bit right now. Luckily on the old forums, someone posted Graal's stats before and figured out how to beat him. You've got to use the fact that Berserker's no ranged attacks and just kite him. The easiest way is to just fly. That's why I to get the angel wings earlier. While I'm standing there, a red sword blast flies right at my face. I snap out of it and dodge just in time. Holy crap. The blast carves a huge, deep gash into the stone wall. I look up and see Graal holding his massive sword. He's looking furious, facing the great Lord Graal. "And you're still distracted." I look serious. The angel wings appear behind me, and I shoot up into the air, right to the top of the square. Now Graal's fully awake, and he's charging right at me. But with the angel wings, I'm already airborne. We're over 50 meters apart vertically. I fire an arrow for 30,458 damage. After all my hard work lately, my passives hit over 31,000 points. Hitting Graal with this? It's doing some serious damage. I keep drawing my bow, sending a rain of arrows down. but Growl blocks them with a swing. You insect! Show me what else you've got. You keep drawing your bow, creating a sky full of sword shadows. But Growl just waves his sword, and blocks them all with his energy. Little bug, show me what else you've got. Seeing the attacks aren't working, you immediately trigger Moon Carnival. Your attack speed goes up by 200. You keep firing arrows. Growl holds his greatsword in front of him, blocking most of the sword arrows, but some still hit and deal damage. Are you just scratching an itch for Lord Growl? Your face is cold and you don't say a word. Your bowstring's moving so fast it's a blur. A thick rain of sword arrows flies at Growl, but Growl blocks them all with a few swings. I'm done playing with you. Berserk! With a roar from Growl, Growl uses his Berserk skill. You look at Growl with a serious face. As Growl swings his sword, a wave of energy cuts across the whole plaza. It's coming right for you. You quickly dodge. The energy shatters the stone wall behind you. You're shocked, thinking, what the hell? Look at that power. As Growl keeps swinging, countless blood-red waves fly at you. You flap your wings and dodge frantically. You're like a panicked bird, dodging those thick waves of energy. Every time a wave hits, the stone walls let out a huge boom. Seeing you struggle like that, Growl mocks you, asking, what's wrong, little bug? Can't take it anymore. You walk out from the rubble, dusting yourself off, saying coldly, well then, let me show you my real power. What nonsense are you talking? Moon Goddess, you shout out. A silver magic circle surrounds you. Your angel wings fold inward, wrapping you in a silver cocoon. 2 seconds later the cocoon turns to light. Now the game really starts. You need the moon bow and angel wings to unlock this Moon Goddess form. It's your real trump card as a returner. Spirit of the Moon, please answer my call. This is a special skill in this form. Soul Breaker adds to your attack power, dealing 200 true damage, plus a huge chunk of his health. The sword arrows fly toward Growl. Growl quickly puts his sword up. The moon sword hits Growl's greatsword, setting off a massive shockwave. The smoke clears. Growl's health bar drops by 3/4. You're flying in the sky, looking down at Growl on one knee. He's gasping for air. You look at him playfully, asking, what's wrong? You don't seem so tough now. You've got some skill, bug, but you think this can beat me? I'm Growl the Berserker. You've got some skill, bug, but you think this can beat me? I'm Growl the Berserker. You look serious seeing this. As a red beam of light shoots up, you draw your bow and charge up again, firing another moon arrow. The light pillar fades. Growl appears in a brand new form right before your eyes. Didn't see that coming, did you? I got a second phase too. This Growl's passive skill, Demon God Blood Rage. When Growl takes enough damage, he turns into his Demon God form. Right then the sword you shot's about to hit him. Growl stabs his greatsword into the ground, and a pillar of fire shoots up into the sky. The pillar knocks the moon sword away. Seeing this, your eyes sharpen. He's getting harder to deal with. Let's settle this with the next move. You raise the Moon Shadow longbow, pull the string back all the way, and start charging up. Spirit of the Moon, turn into a divine dragon, and swallow the enemy before me. You chant while charging, and fire a dragon made of moon spirit energy. On the other side, Growl drops to one knee, and starts chanting an ancient spell. Father God, please give me strength. Growl raises his greatsword, and a blood-red sword wave erupts from the ground. Growl swings forward and it hits the dragon. An energy storm sweeps through the whole underground plaza. The dragon swallows the sword energy, and turns into a red and white shockwave, kicking up dust everywhere. When the smoke clears, Growl's on the ground wailing. I can't accept this. Then Growl's health bar hits 0, and his body fades into points of light. A crown glowing with rainbow colors slowly drops as you fly down to the ground. With a flash of light, you leave your moon god state, and put your leather armor back on. Just as you're about to check the gear, the system's voice rings in your ear. Server-wide announcement. Player Yi Jian Shuang Biao. He's the first to clear the Hell level newbie trial. He's got the unique title Star of Hope. The announcement plays 3 times in a row, setting off another wave of talk among players. What's the deal with this newbie trial? They're way too good. A hidden class choice, growth gear choice, and even a skill choice. I wouldn't even dream of rewards like these. Can someone tell me just how strong's the great Shuang Biao now? Even Yushan Dangtian looks upset now. Can a guy like this even be taken down? Ding, since you cleared the Hell level trial, your stat points from leveling up, your stat points will jump to 4 times the original. It's up to 10%. What the projection started early. What the projection started early. As a reincarnator, nobody knows what this projection rate actually means better than you. All the power players get in Star Source. It'll eventually project into the real world. You remember, after the first person reached the transfer level, game monsters started appearing in reality. You wonder if your early projection, it'll affect the real world. Since I can't change things, I've just got to get stronger and focus back. My eyes fell on the crown Growl dropped. The Titan God King's crown. Equip level 0. Growth grade with the Titan Star skill. Max HP up by 10%. HP recovery speed up by 10%. For skills still locked. After checking the stats, I was pretty excited. It's all growth type gear. Without hesitating, I swapped out the demon collar for the Titan God King's crown. My stats shot way up. I opened my character panel. Compared to when I had the collar on, my HP went up by nearly 1,000. My defense about double too. Basically, most people can't even touch me now. I chose to hide the geese look. Once that was done, I teleported out of the trial grounds. Coming out of the trial, I immediately saw the village chief staring wide-eyed. I grinned at him. I passed the trial chief. He snapped out of it, looking at me with a mixed expression. I never thought I'd see a young hero like you in my life. I admit I underestimated you. Then a spark appeared in his eyes. A spark called hope. Since that's the case, there's something I need your help with. Village 23,333 is asking for a mythic chain quest. It's called Xingyuan's Past. I froze for a second. In my past life this mythic quest, the guy who cleared Nightmare took it. That top player who beat the trial. He was the strongest in Xingyuan. He said he'd to talk his way into it. To get it from the chief, but the chief's asking me himself. Hell and Nightmare are worlds apart. After I accepted, the chief said I knew I wasn't wrong about you. You're definitely someone I can trust. Our village's original mission was to keep a sleeping demon down. His heartbeat still echoes underground today. For thousands of years, the seal's been getting weaker. The demon's waking up. It's about to break out. Before sealing it, that fire demon I sent you to seal was just lava tainted by demon energy. That's how it started. As the chief told the story, the game notification popped up. Village 23,333. The chief's giving me the first mythic chain quest. It's called the Seal Demon. The chief of Village 23,333 is giving me a mythic chain quest. The Seal Demon quest. The goal's to beat the demon and put it back to sleep. I didn't hesitate to take it. Here's a token for you. He'll guide you inside the seal. Din, you've got the Seal Key Item 1. Seal Key Quest Item Description. At a specific spot in Beginner Village 2333. Use it to enter a sealed space. After saying goodbye to the village chief, you head toward the coordinates on the key. The beginner village isn't big. In just a moment you're in the center of town. There's a statue here with a blurry face. Around the statue, lots of players are setting up stalls to sell gear and mats. Your arrival doesn't really get much attention. When you bring the key to the statue, a game prompt pops up. Din, you've reached the target location. Use the key to enter the sealed area. As soon as you say yes, a blue light glows on you. The next second you've vanished from the spot. Who? Did that guy just disappear? What's so weird about that? He probably just used a teleport scroll. A white light flashes, and you find you've arrived at a dark underground tunnel. All around the tunnel, there are glowing stones embedded in the walls. It's these faint light sources that keep the tunnel from being pitch black. The path goes all the way down, but the air starts getting warmer. After walking for who knows how long, things suddenly open up in front of you. A huge underground plaza appears. Around the plaza, there's a faint golden light screen covering it, separating the inside from the outside. Right in the middle of the plaza, there's a massive cage sitting there, and inside the cage, a thin figure's trapped there. On his body, 3 spears glowing with faint golden light are stuck in him. Each spear goes right through him, pinning that thin figure firmly to the ground. Is this the sealed demon? Right then, that thin figure seems to sense something. He slowly lifts his head. You're stunned when you see what he looks like. You thought a demon would look fierce, with horns on its head, but this person in front of you doesn't have any demon features at all. He's not fierce looking, or wearing horns. He's a human. You lackeys really are dedicated. It's been over 1,000 years, and you still haven't forgotten your master's orders. While you're still dazed, he starts talking to himself again. You don't smell like those lackeys. You're a new descendant. That's right, you're not a lackey. You're a descendant. That's right, you're not a lackey. You're a descendant. I didn't think the world would see descendants again. Descendant. Lord Descendant. Lord Descendant. He's muttering to himself. But your heart's racing now. The title Descendant. You heard it countless times in your past life. The only ones who call players that are the natives of the Xingyuan continent. He's a Xingyuan person, which means he's not a demon at all, but a Xingyuan person. But why'd the village chief say the seal was for a demon? Wait, could it be your memories are rushing back? Quickly. In a corner of your mind, you dug up a rumor you'd heard before. Legend says there's a stone tablet in a secret realm. The tablet records something that happened on the Xingyuan continent 10,000 years ago. A huge event that changed the fate of the whole continent. And this event can be summed up in 8 words. Alien invasion. Race extinction. Recalling the worlds of the Xingyuan people you saw and heard about in your past life. You'd only ever seen them in secret realms or dungeons. Or they were just some lost souls. There weren't any in the outside world at all. And those Xingyuan people you met were all doing the same thing, which was helping players. That's common knowledge in the player circle. Even after the monsters came to reality, Some Xing Yuan people who came to reality, help players fight off the monsters. In the words of some players from the past life, you can doubt an NPC, but you can't doubt a Xing Yuan person. So here's the problem. Why's my mythic quest actually asking me to kill a friendly Xing Yuan person? Right, let's check his stats to find out. Demon Lord Valina Gold Boss level. 10 skills Red Fire Surge. Ancient Demon Language Troll Body. Before you could finish reading the stat panel, Valina spoke up and said, what a pity. You're just a weak basic class player. You're too weak. Go find the strong ones of your race. I don't talk to the weak. You're stunned like you've been looked down on. You give a cold laugh. You raise your hand and give Valina a crit. A double heavy shot. The crazy damage made Valina's eyes pop right out. Without waiting for him to say more, you've already activated Music Carnival, firing arrows like crazy at Valina's face. After Valina reacted, from his initial shock, over a dozen wooden arrows stuck out of his face. Stop it right now. How dare you be so rude to the great Archmage Valina? Hey little brother, stop shooting. Stop it, don't shoot anymore. There's no more room on my face. Valina was about to lose it. He'd lived so long, but it's the first time he's seen this kind of damage from a basic class player who hasn't even advanced. Seeing the wooden arrows covering Valina's face, you finally let out some frustration. Tell me what's going on. Don't just stand there, tell me what's going on. Let me catch my breath, Valina said with a sob. Heaven knows how a dignified Archmage got tortured like this. By now his health bar's back to about a fifth. It's my fault. I didn't expect you to have such power. I apologize for my previous rudeness. Cut the crap. Get to the point. Who's lying, the village chief or the Xing Yuan person? Then Fan Lun spoke. Young man, you're blinded by the Miao right now. Just throw it away. Then you'll see the truth. Li Wenyang hesitated for a second. Then he threw the Miao out of his inventory. Once he'd tossed it, Fan Lun a stat panel changed just as expected. Red Fire Archmage Fan Lun a ancient rank. Level 10 skill Red Fire's Embrace. Ancient language Fire Spirit Body. The numbers didn't change, but the names of his core skills did. This was who he really was. Looks like you've seen the truth. The guy who gave you that medicine, he's probably a descendant of the Guardians. He told you to beat me, right? He sure knows how to pick them. With your strength you really could beat me. But he's not on the same side as you adventurers. You might not get it. I get it. You guys used to rule the Xing Yuan continent. You just couldn't stop the invasion. Fan Lun froze. He stared straight at me, like he was wondering how I knew that. After a while a real smile touched his face. Looks like my chance to return to the continent's here. Young man, since you know the history of those invaders, you should know what to do. If you can, I'm asking you, restore the continent to its former glory. Ding Archmage Fan Lun. He's given you a mythic chain quest. Restore Xing Yuan. Do you accept? Wow, another mythic chain quest. Quests like this, I'd only ever seen them on the forums before. Now they're just popping up one after another. Is this how top players get treated? If I take this, what about the old quest? Do I have to give it up? Theoretically, yeah. But I can let you do both at once. It's simple. You kill me. Just kill me, it's that simple. When Fan Lun said that, he had a relieved smile on his face, like he was talking about someone else. I was a bit moved. Why, Fan Lun whispered to himself. His smile faded. He looked like he was reminiscing. Because of hope. In all these years, you're the only hope I've seen. So, I'll use my life to give you a hand. I just ask that when you're strong enough, you save the whole continent. I looked at him and didn't say a word for a long time. Finally I nodded and said, I promise. Thanks, this is my final gift. As he finished speaking, a faint flame suddenly came out of Fan Lun's body. The little flame went through the cage, past the gold shield and reached me. While I watched in shock, it dove right into my chest. You've got Fan Lun's origin fire. I've unlocked general and fire magic. My mana's up by 500, holy crap. A magic archer. Fan Lun gave it to him. It's actually the ability to learn magic. Even if it's just general and fire magic, it's plenty for an archer. Especially fire magic. It's known for its huge range and power. This perfectly makes up for an archer's weakness, their lack of area of effect damage. Fan Lun really gave me a huge gift. I can tell you're happy. You can make your move now. I won't last long without my source. I looked over and saw Fan Lun, who'd looked okay before, now looked just like a dried up corpse. Looking at his stats, they dropped a ton too. Playing the Archmage Fan Lun, so he's level 10. Right now Fan Lun, her stats no better than a level 10 mob. He's clearly at the end of his rope. Seeing that I didn't wait, I ended Fan Lun's pain with one hit. You killed the Crimson Archmage Fan Lun. You finished the mythic quest. Xing Yuan's passed. A game notification popped up, but I didn't feel any joy from finishing it. I checked the quest prompt Fan Lun gave me. Restore Xing Yuan 1. Head to the catacombs in the Bei Lun Mountains. Find a dark elf named for Luo Ti. I know the Bei Lun Mountains, of course. They're southeast of Eternal Night City, and Eternal Night City's one of the 8 main cities. Looks like I've got to go to the main city first. After leaving the starter village, I can bind to a city as my respawn point. I closed the quest. I picked up the secret medicine from the ground. Fan Luna's dead. There's no point staying here anymore. With a thought, the medicine made me vanish instantly. When I showed up again, I was back in front of the nameless statue. It's time to turn in the quest. Back in front of the village chief. I'd no choice but to look at him differently. Watching the chief, but the chief didn't act weird at all. Young man, you're really a strong warrior. You finished the mythic question Yuan's past. You got the holy light spring. It's got a huge boost for holy items, and the opposite for evil creatures. Looks like good stuff. I just got the holy light spring. When I suddenly noticed the angel wings bound to my soul, felt a surge of excitement. I could clearly feel the angel wings were leveling up fast. By the time the bottle was empty, they'd only 2 wings before. They'd grown to 4 wings. Their power's way higher than before. It's too flashy. I'll just keep their old form. Now the second part of the mythic chain. It's updated. Xing Yuan's Pass 2, head to Holy Light City. Find the High Priest Ao Lun Bo. He'll guide you through the quest. I've pretty much finished all the tasks in the starter village. Next it's time to head to the main city. I checked my friend list. Nayao and Yuing aren't online yet. Yao. Try to finish the high difficulty starter trial. As one of the top 3 healers from my past life, I don't mind showing Nayao this kind of casual kindness. As for Yuing, that's purely because she's quick at picking up loot. I arrived at the starter village's teleport circle. After picking the main city I wanted to go to, my figure vanished from the circle. The players passing by were all shocked. Looks like a top tier pro. He's the only level 10 in our village. I can't wait to check out the main city too. I heard there's even a red light district. Let's go. I'm teleporting to Evernight City. Evernight City's now your respawn point. A second later, I'd already appeared at the Evernight City teleport circle. Unlike the crowded starter village, the massive Evernight City was pretty empty. Aside from the occasional NPC guards on the street, there were only a few Evernight City residents walking around. A moment later I arrived, in front of a tall building. The Class Guild. This is where all players come for class advancement. Of course I didn't come here to change classes. I've got a hidden class selection scroll, so I obviously won't pick a normal class. The reason I'm here is to learn fire magic. I know fire magic. A lot of it has area of effect damage. If I just learn a few, I won't have to worry about my talent stacking slowly. I want to learn magic from you, as long as you meet the requirements. My eyes lit up the moment I saw Fire Cyclone. That's the main skill fire mags use for farming mobs. Among all spells, it's one of the absolute best. It's perfect as a main skill for daily clearing. I'll learn this one. I immediately told the magic instructor. My choice. You're not a mage. You're an archer. What are you doing here? Did you even look at the requirements for Fire Cyclone? Do you have 300 mana points? Get lost. Don't cause trouble here. Get lost. Don't cause trouble here. Mags really do flip their moods faster than pages. As a regressor, I'm used to these NPCs. I'm not mad at the mage's attitude. I just showed my mana stats to the magic instructor. This mana. You're a full mana build. An archer with mana that actually hits the mark. HMPH, even so it's useless. Only mags can learn magic, you get it. That's an ironclad rule. Cut the crap and hand over the skill. The instructor had no choice seeing how stubborn I was. He could only follow the procedure and teach me Fire Cyclone. Ding, you've learned the skill Fire Cyclone. Fire Cyclone is an instant cast spell. It summons a 20-meter wide fire tornado. It lasts for 10 seconds, with a 3-second cooldown. I did the math. With your current attack power, this fire whirlwind can do over 6,500 magic damage every second. That's 65,000 points in 10 seconds. The keys, you can cast it every 3 seconds. It's absolutely terrifying. After learning the skill, seeing there wasn't much game time left, you decided to log off. Sitting up from the gaming pod, you're about to get up, but you suddenly notice something's off. Your vision that had gotten worse from years of playing computer games suddenly became clear again. Even the buildings far outside the window and the text on the ads became super clear. Then it hit you. One of the rewards for clearing the newbie trial. Right now, 10 of your game power should have carried over. Your progress is way ahead of the top 10. You don't know if projecting powers early, it'll have a big impact on the future. After you sat there for a bit, your stomach started growling. As soon as you walked out, you saw your landlord Li Na in a breezy tank top, coming down the stairs. You're going out to eat too? Yeah, I've just woken up from the game. You're hungry, so come with me. I'll take you to get something good. On the way home after eating, looking at the flashing police lights and the crowd of people, you asked what was going on out of curiosity. Heard a stray cat had slashed someone's throat. They died right there. Could it be because of your game projection? You carried all the bags of clothes to Li Na's place and then went home. After shopping all day, even a pro shopper like Li Na felt a bit tired. After washing up, Li Na came to the living room in a towel. getting ready to sort the clothes piled up there. Lee Na looked at the bags curiously, and saw something moving behind the curtains. Why's there a cat meowing in the house? That news about the killer stray cat. Before Lee Na could pull the curtains, a dark shadow leaped out from the gap in the curtains. Sister Na, what's happening? Save me, open the door. The power of your angry punch was world-ending for that stray cat. You gained some experience. You didn't have time to notice the game notification. You were about to ask if she was okay, but you froze as Lee Na suddenly got up and grabbed you in a hug, not caring that her towel's slipping off. I'm so scared. Don't worry, I'm here, as your body tensed up, but you ended up holding the trembling Lee Na. Back at your place, Lee Na's wearing a silk nightgown, sipping on a cup of hot water. Sister Na, I didn't hold back my strength. I'll find someone to fix the door tomorrow. It's fine. That stray cat was like a tiger. If it wasn't for you, I'd have been in real trouble. In your past life, the first monster spawn. It's now happening somewhere in the city. But this time it's on my side. Maybe it's because of me. Because I'm the first to project gain power. Sister Na, you sleep in my room today. I'll sleep outside. Sister Na, you sleep in my room today. I'll sleep outside. After seeing Lee Na go into the room, I lay straight down in the game pod. With a flash of light, I've shown up in the Evernight City Job Guild. I really need to level up, and one of the fastest ways to do that is changing my class. Opening the hidden class selection scroll, my eye scanned through the hidden classes. Light Immortal, Night Shrine, Wild Hunter. Then suddenly, a hidden class description catches my eye. Heaven's Archer. The Heavens VE blessed this class. You can't dodge any of its attacks, and it's got long-range scouting skills. For me, it fits me perfectly. I choose to change to the unique hidden class, Heaven's Archer. With my decision made, a class quest appeared in my log. Class quest Heaven's Archer. Kill 5 gold bosses at my level or higher. Collect 1,000 blue petrol feathers. Clear the 10th floor of Hero Tower. Those 3 conditions make my eyes twitch. I look at them and think it over. I figure the second one for the blue petrol feathers should be the easiest task for now. After buying some red and blue pots in Evernight, I head out of the city. Right now I'm grinding my talent. The passive fire whirlwind's got a huge range, and the cooldown's short. I'm flying in the air. Every 3 seconds, I drop a fire whirlwind on the mobs below. I just keep circling Evernight City, dropping whirlwinds over and over. Before long, the passive stacks go over 50,000. Then I get a message from Yunai Yao. Seeing the siblings finished the hard trial, I send them a congrats. Then I close the chat box. A game notification suddenly rung out. Congrats to player Yushan Dang Tuen for the first class change. Miles a big guild after all. I didn't think Yushan Dang Tien be the first to finish the quest. I check the leaderboard. My top spot on the board. Yushan Dang Tien's taken my spot. They're still level 10 and unclassed. The Yushan Guild, they've taken Holy Light as their base city. Anyone with talents welcome to join. Once the news is out, the world chat goes crazy. Everyone's sucking up to Yushan Dang Tien. This makes Yushan Dang Tien. He smiles even wider after his class change. He looks at his guild mates. How's the contact with the Yi Jian Shuang Biao? Boss, that guy's blocked friend requests. We can't get a hold of him at all. Useless, you can't even do this. Go out and find the Yi Jian Shuang Biao. Invite him to the guild first. If he says no, put him on the blacklist. I'll see how he tries to play me. You looked at your passive, which stacked to 150,000. Thought it's time to do the class change quest. While farming mobs, you finally got 2 pieces of gear you were missing. A helmet and some pants. Horned Forest helmet. Silver grade level 10 antelope skull passive active. Head damage reduced by an extra 5. The other piece is legwear. Wind Demon Wolf leather pants. Silver grade level 10 Demon Wolf wind blade. Active skill. Fires a wind blade with 300 damage at the enemy. Range is within 100 meters. 10-second cooldown. Hide equipment appearance. Yes, hide it. After you hid the geese look, you checked the map. You flew toward the east of Evernight City. After a while, the blue horizon finally showed up in your line of sight. And right in front of you, pale blue petrels appeared. Azure Petrel level 30 skill Swallow Dive. As a level 30 squishy mob, the Azure Petrel's health bar and defense aren't that strong. Their speed is the only tricky part. But that's nothing to you. Fire Cyclone start. Tons of Azure Petrels died in the cyclone. They didn't even have time to attack. But the feather drop rate's way too low. For every 10 Azure Petrels you kill, you only get 1 feather. Another pack of Azure Petrels died. You picked up the dropped feathers, 575 total. Right then, you'd cleared out all the petrels nearby. You've got to wait for the respawn. With nothing to do, you were about to farm mob somewhere else. But your talent spotted something in the bushes. A figure was lying there still. You flew down in front of them out of curiosity. It's a wounded soldier. His lower body's covered in blood. His face is pale as a sheet. Looks like he's about to die. Human adventurer. Your sudden appearance clearly spooked him. But once he saw you're human, he visibly relaxed. Adventurer. I'm asking you to deliver a message. I'm fading Evernight Scout Carmel. Offers you the quest final message. Accept it. Final message. Carmel, found the sea race gathering troops on an island. It looks like they'll attack Evernight City. You need to tell the city lord. He'll give you a big reward. You froze for a second at the quest. You couldn't help but remember a major event from your past life in Evernight. The sea race invasion. Thinking of that, you took the quest right away. Thank you, adventurer. Get the word to the city lord fast, so Evernight can get ready. The soldier died right after saying that. You picked up the soldier's body and flew back toward Evernight City. You don't use a town portal scroll, because you can't bring the body back that way. You keep using Fire Cyclone to stack your passive on the way. By the time you reach Evernight City, your passive's already hit 200,000 stacks. Who's there you can't trespass in the City Lord Manor? Who's there you can't trespass in the City Lord Manor? You put the soldier's body down, point at him and say he's an Evernight soldier. His name's Kamal. Before he dies, he tells me to give the City Lord an important message. Led by the guard, you quickly enter the City Lord Manor. It's a huge empty hall. On the throne, a valiant-looking woman is looking at you calmly. Adventurer, what brings you here? You aren't a stranger to this female City Lord. They say she's got royal blood and her name's Iris. In your past life after the game became reality, she's made it into the real world too. And she's led a bunch of soldiers to help humans fight off the monster invasion. Because of her beauty and power, humans call her the Rose Queen. Respected City Lord, your soldier told me to tell you before he died. The Sea Tribe's already gathering. Their forces and Evernight must be ready. Those stinking fishery really after my city. Adventurer, I thank you on behalf of Evernight for your help. Here's your reward. Iris says as she hands you a badge. You get the Evernight badge. Your reputation goes up by 50. Within Evernight's territory, you can command a squad of up to 100 soldiers to work for you. And you've got immunity from Evernight's laws. You're thrilled. It's the legendary privilege item from your past life. You can command level 60 NPCs to fight for you. You could say, with this badge, you're basically a VIP in Evernight City. After saying goodbye to City Lord Iris, you head toward the tallest tower in town. That's the Hero Tower. In all 8 main cities, every city's got a Hero Tower. Every player gets 3 challenge attempts a day. If you win, it doesn't count as an attempt. You challenged the Hero Tower before, and you're confident in your damage now. Arriving at the Hero Tower, in front of this tower reaching the clouds, a lot of players VE already gathered. In the crowd, you see a familiar face. It isn't just anyone. It's the Tyrant Guild's vice leader, Tyrant Blade. Then you remember, the Tyrant Guild was based in Evernight in your past life. Then Tyrant Blade sees you too. Hey, double standard god. What are you doing here? I'm here to challenge the Hero Tower. No one's cleared the 2nd floor yet. They say the hero there's only level 11, I know. I'll just go in and check it out. You push through the crowd and enter the tower. So that's one arrow double standard. He looks pretty ordinary to me. I heard he's about the same as us. He wants to try the 2nd floor, he's dreaming. I don't know where he gets his confidence. Just wait and see him get exposed. After a flash of light, your figure appeared at a huge arena. After a flash of light, your figure appeared on a massive arena. The arena was huge. Right in front of you, there was a figure, dressed in all black, slowly appearing. He wore a set of cyan armor. An old-style helmet covered his whole face, leaving only a pair of cold eyes visible. Storm Warrior level 10 skill Storm Charge. Whirlwind. Death Rift. As the first guardian of the Hero Tower, you knew the Storm Warrior's stats perfectly. With just one look, you lost interest, so you immediately drew your bow and fired. The Storm Warrior fell without even a groan. Outside the Hero Tower, I bet it'll take a minute. That's the Storm Warrior after all. He's got balance and kills up close. Everyone knows that. Hey, look over there, 3 seconds. I didn't even finish my sneeze. The last pro took 40 minutes. Is he even human? First place cleared the floor in 13 seconds. Players seeing the rank were losing their minds. Are you kidding me? The last guy fought for 40 minutes to take down the first boss of the Hero Tower, but you took him out in 3 seconds. Where's the justice? Where's the logic? Congrats, you beat the 10th floor Guardian. You got a skill upgrade scroll. Watching the 10th floor Guardian fade away, you finally breathed a sigh of relief. Checking the class change quest requirements. Only one part left. You didn't feel like staying to challenge more. With a thought, you left the Hero Tower. As soon as you stepped out, countless intense stares fell on you. Pro, you're finally out. Who's a pro? You're so strong. I want to have your babies. I'm calling him Pro. He's not answering, but I love you. The crowd wanted to rush forward, but the guild members led by Batty and Edao blocked them. You were totally confused, not knowing what was going on. You saw Batty and Edao walking over with a young man. Hello, I'm Batty and Xuanshan, the leader of Batty and Guild. Nice to meet you. Hello, I've heard a lot about you. You had a good impression of Batty and Guild, so you shook his hand. Then a hot older woman walked up. Hello, Pro. I'm Qingluan Yu, the VP of Qingluan Guild. On behalf of our guild, I'm inviting you to join us. Qingyuan Guild is just like Batian Guild, one of the top 10 guilds in the game world, but since they only take female players, their total power ranks 10th, with Qingyuan Guild leading the way. The other guild leaders waiting there all came forward to show their support. You rejected all the invites. You only added a few guild leaders as friends. 2 guild leaders sent you friend requests, but you turned them down. One was from the Wandering God Guild, the other was from the Madman Guild. You didn't like these 2 guilds at all. 2 guild leaders sent you friend requests, but you turned them down. One was from the Wandering God Guild, the other was from the Madman Guild. You didn't like these 2 guilds at all. In your past life, the leaders of these guilds, after the game invaded reality, they became dogs for the ancient evil gods. They didn't just hunt players in the game. In the real world, they helped the first evil god cultists get a foothold. You hated these 2 guilds in your past life, but you weren't strong enough then. This time you've got the power, so you won't let them off easy. You saw people surrounding you in thick layers. There was no way out, so you used your angel wings to fly out from above. Only the first condition of the class change quest was left. You had to kill 5 gold bosses. For this condition, if you had to find wild bosses on your own, who knows how long that'd take. Luckily, as a reincarnator, you knew a place near Eternal Night City that had gold bosses, and it was a great spot to stack talents. After a while, an ominous black mountain range appeared in front of you. You weren't sure about the undead, the exact location of the crypt, so you just flew around the undead mountains, looking for anything suspicious. A bit later, your eyes suddenly landed on a valley in the distance. There was a pitch-black cave entrance there, facing right toward you. You closed in fast, used Fire Cyclone to clear the undead in the valley. Then you walked into the crypt. As soon as you went in, the game notification pinged in your ear. You discovered a special undead area. The crypt was really spacious inside. It was about the size of 2 football fields. A huge crowd of skeletons was packed inside. You were standing at the entrance of the tomb. From afar, the skeletons didn't attack you. Looking around, they were all these white jade skeletons. Only by the stairs at the very back was a massive shadow that stood out. Sure enough, that shadow was the gold boss for this floor. You didn't hesitate anymore, and threw a spell at the skeletons in the tomb, sending a fire cyclone their way. In an instant, the sound of bone shattering rang out everywhere. Countless white jade skeletons were swept up by the fire, turning into piles of debris. A moment later, the entire first floor of the tomb didn't have a single skeleton left standing. Then that massive figure finally moved, crunching over the skeletons on the floor. It walked down the hall looking totally imposing. You soon saw what it looked like. A giant skeleton wearing a solid gold crown. The Skeleton King. Golden boss level 25 skill summon skeleton. King's Wrath. Undead body. With 220000 power, it only takes 9 arrows to kill you. Arrow. It landed right on the Skeleton King's smooth forehead. The Skeleton King's health bar dropped a chunk right before your eyes. Even the Skeleton King was stunned for a second. He touched his smooth forehead, not getting why a tiny wooden arrow took out 1/10 of his health, but he could tell one thing. This human wasn't going to be easy. With a silent roar, the Skeleton King raised his rusty blade and swung it right at you. You kept firing arrows. You used your mind to fly up with angel wings, getting out of the Skeleton King's reach. You were like a cold shooting machine, keeping up the damage while dodging his hits. Under this kind of pressure, the Skeleton King didn't even last 15 seconds before he went down for good. Under this kind of pressure, the Skeleton King didn't even last 15 seconds before he went down for good. Server announcement. Player 1 Arrow Double Kill got the first golden boss kill. His story will be remembered in the history of Xingyuan continent. After the Skeleton King was beaten, the path to the next floor lit up. You didn't hesitate and went straight down, deep inside the undead crypt. In a tiny secret room, dim candlelight was the only light there. In the corners of the room, a figure was hidden in the shadows. I get what you're saying. In 7 days, I'll send my servants to Evernight City. Once it's done, I get 80% of the people in Evernight City, and the city and surrounding lands can be yours. But City Lord Iris is someone our leader wants kept alive. You can't touch him. Don't worry, I've got no interest in the living. Suddenly his body shook. He looked up at the ceiling. Strange, a little bug has broken in. The candle flickered suddenly. Looking again, one of them was already gone. You fired the last arrow on the 5th floor, knocking down an undead knight. You let out a sigh of relief. The 3 class change requirements were finally met. You pulled out the class change scroll again. It now said completed on it. Without hesitating, you used the class change scroll right away. Din, you've used the scroll's power. Congrats on becoming the hidden class Vast Sky Archer. You've learned the skill Eye of the Vast Sky, Law of Pale Thunder, Sword of the Heavens. You knew hidden classes were strong, but you didn't think they'd be this strong. 1 level for you is like 12 for others. This isn't just strong, it's insane. Besides the free stat points from leveling up, the 3 new skills were a huge surprise. Especially that first skill, Eye of the Vast Sky. It's like it was made just for you. Your biggest worry now isn't your range. It's the limit of your own eyesight. But with the eye of the cabin it's different. I can totally use the eye of the cabin to light up the area where the target's at. Then I'll land precise hits based on that vision. Whether it's basic attacks or skills, as long as it's aimed at the target they can't dodge it. Now I'm like a walking ICBM. Just as I'm feeling smug, a raspy voice echoes in my ear. I thought some powerful figure had broken in. Didn't expect just a low-level weakling. As the voice fades, I see a figure wrapped in a black robe, appearing at the entrance to the next floor. I stay on guard. My eyes land on his head. Lick Glock. Diamond boss level health. Magic attack. Defense resistant skills. A string of question marks makes my skin crawl. In Star Origin, any target over level 30 will show their level as question marks. It's all question marks. It's at least a level 40 monster. But his name catches my eye. Lick Glock a lick. Wait, I remember now. So this guy's been hiding here all along. Lick Glock. In my past life around Evernight City, this name was well known. Tons of players and NPCs all remembered his name. What Glock's most famous for is the undead army he commands. Among the forces that attacked Evernight City was the undead army led by Glock. If Iris hadn't struck decisively and killed Glock, Evernight City might have fallen under the joint siege. Now the guy's right in front of me. For the sake of Evernight City's future, I immediately use a town portal scroll. Just kidding. If Glock and I were 220 kilometers apart, I wouldn't mind teaching him a lesson. But right now we're less than 200 meters apart. I don't dare at this distance to face a powerful lick and tank his damage and skills. The light glowing on my body makes Glock freeze for a second. Then he realizes what's happening. You think you can run from my territory? You think this is a playground? Glock raises his hand to attack me, but the mage's cast time is too long. It's not as fast as my instant skill. Damn you filthy bug. Don't let me find you, or I'll definitely make your soul suffer for 10 million years. My body has already reappeared in Evernight City's teleportation circle. This encounter taught me it's too hard to play without crowd control skills. Then I take out the item I saved to use after my class change. The skill selection book. I use the class skill selection book. I can choose one of the following class skills. Triple Divine Sword. The fired sword bolts split into 3, dealing 150% sword intent damage to all enemies in range. Summoning the Heavens General. Summoning a general in Hao Kang's name to help. Stats re 200 of the summoners. He'll stay for 30 minutes. Hao Kang's general doesn't have many skills. There are only about 20 or so. But every skill's got insane stats and crazy effects. You're a bit overwhelmed for a moment. In the end, you pick a control skill called God's Wrath. It's an instant cast that compresses space, suppressing everything in the target area for 5 seconds. It's 400 mana to use. It's got a 30-minute cooldown. After picking the skill, you get ready to upgrade it right away. Then you used a skill upgrade scroll. You've upgraded the God's Wrath skill, using up all 3 scrolls. And the original description of God's Wrath changed just a little bit. God's Wrath's an instant cast that compresses space, suppressing everything in the target area for 8 seconds. It's 800 mana to use. It's got a 15-minute cooldown. After the upgrade, God's Wrath suppression and cooldown times got a pretty big boost. Even though it looks like it's only 3 seconds longer than before, those 3 seconds re enough for me to use Heaven's Sword. Suddenly a friend message pops up. You check and see it's from Yao Yao who gets carsick. My brother and I found a silver boss. Great God, come quick. Great God. My brother and I found a silver boss. Come quick. Because of your ancient luck, Nai Yao and Yu Ying followed you to Rainy Night City, but they weren't thick-skinned enough to ask you to carry them. Instead they did what they'd done at the start, farming mobs in the wild as a duo. While they're farming, the two of them stumbled upon a silver boss in the wild. Gotta say, their luck's really something. Great God, come over here. Other players VE already found it. I'm afraid they'll steal the kill. You didn't reply to Nai Yao right away. Instead you checked the coordinates on the map and found that the spot was right within your range. Now you're relieved. Don't worry yet. Send me the boss's stats, then join my party. Right after you sent the message, Yao sent the boss's stats over immediately. Ink Spirit King's Silver Boss. Level 12 skills Ink Spirit Sword Tower and Berserk Charge. And Diamond Armor. You click to accept the invite. The party invite from Nai Yao. You two get ready. Grab the loot as soon as the boss dies. Great God, are you here? She looked up. Her bright eye scanned the area, but she only saw players closing in. I'm not coming over, but I can still kill this boss. Seeing your reply, Nai Yao felt like her brain just couldn't keep up. What's that supposed to mean? What does he mean he's not coming but can still kill it? This boss, can he kill it with his mind? While Nai Yao was trying to figure it out, Yu Ying came over to him and patted his shoulder. How's it going, Yao Yao? Is the double standard god here yet? More and more players were crowding around. The pro said he's not coming, but he can kill the boss, and told us to get ready to pick up the loot. What kind of pro can kill a boss like that? Just as she said that, a few players walked up to the two of them. This boss is worth a lot. Want to team up and take it down? Otherwise, when the other guilds get here, we solo players won't get a piece of the pie. While they were talking, their eyes accidentally swept over Yun Niao's face and body. They couldn't hide how impressed they were. Yu Ying pulled his sister behind him with a cold look. Sorry, we can handle this boss ourselves. Our teammate's already on the way. Ha ha ha, that's hilarious, man. That line's so old. You just want to sell the boss to those guilds, don't you? Stop acting. Everyone who's here gets a share. Let's split it. How about it? I already said. We can do it ourselves. We don't need you. Seeing Yu Ying's firm attitude, the other players' faces turned cold too. We were being nice and trying to share with you, but you're treating us like clowns. You can kill it, can you? Then show me. That thing's the Mo King boss. You think solo players like you can touch it? Can you even break his defense? The leader pointed at the boss and said, little did they know. A streak of light shot in from the distant sky and landed right on the Mo King's head. A huge number floated up from the Mo King's head, and his health bar vanished in an instant. The player who was pointing froze. Since when was his finger that powerful? The boss was actually killed just like that. While he was dazed, Yu Ying moved like a flash, and the glowing gear on the ground disappeared instantly, including one piece that was glowing gold. This made all the players there. Their eyes almost popped out. Yu Ying picked up the boss's drops, which meant his teammate really did kill it. Gold gear. That's a piece of gold gear. There's no gold gear on the auction house yet. This might be the very first piece. It's worth a fortune. Stop right there. Many of them instinctively surrounded Yu Ying and his sister. Leave that gold gear behind, or you're not leaving. Leave the gold gear, or don't blame us for getting rough. Leave that gold gear behind, or you're not leaving. Leave the gold gear, or don't blame us for getting rough. Their words made Yu Ying's face change. Yun Niao hid behind Yu Ying, too scared to face them. He could only send the situation to the great god. We're surrounded. They want us to hand over the gold gear. My brother's already put the gear on the auction house. Actually, even if Yun Niao didn't say it, you'd know what's happening. High up in the blue sky, a translucent eye, that's almost blended in with the blue sky, was floating there. This eye isn't just anything. It's the eye of the vault from your passive ability. Under the gaze of the eye of the vault, you could see exactly what's going on. Seeing the siblings re-surrounded, you weren't worried. You've just replied saying it's fine. Then with a single thought, a bolt of lightning suddenly dropped from above the crowd. The landing point's right where the siblings were. The lightning struck. Electric snakes VE lashed out. The siblings VE squeezed their eyes shut, waiting for death to come, but they didn't feel anything happen to them. Instead, the players surrounding them, they've all started screaming. A moment later, the two of them VE opened their eyes in a daze, and saw that all the players gone. Only a pile of geese left shining on the ground. While they are still stunned, Yun Niao suddenly cried out to her brother. The great god told us to pick up all the gear and sell it. He can see us, and Yu Yin's totally stunned. First he's one-shotting bosses, and now he's calling down lightning. Are we even playing the same game? You've arrived at the Eternal Night City Lord Mansion, and you've seen the cold and beautiful, peerless City Lord Iris again. Today Iris is wearing a formal dress. Her hot figure's in that dress. She's incredibly charming, with her cold queen-like face. It's made you want to conquer her, but you've kept a clear head, even though she's stunningly beautiful. But she's a powerhouse near tier 4. One wrong move and you're dead. Yi Jianshuang Biao, I've heard you were looking for me. City Lord, when I was training in the Royal Tomb Mountains, I found a crypt. After you've gone deep inside, you've told Iris about your experience in the Royal Tomb Crypt, including how you've killed the level 30 gold boss without hiding anything. I know there's a lick in the Royal Tomb Mountains, but you've actually killed the Death Knight under the lick. Are you sure you're not lying to me? If you don't believe me, City Lord, I'll show you right now. Fine, you'll come with me. Iris turned and walked away. They've crossed the main hall, and soon you've reached the training grounds. In the massive training area, rows of training dummies standing to the west. The dummies over there can take hits from tier 3 classes, so you'll use your skills freely. Tier 3's the power of someone over level 60. With your current attack power, you definitely can't break these dummies. But giving Iris a little shock, I could still do that. You didn't waste any time. You pulled out your Shadow Moon longbow and started charging up at the dummy. Since it's a performance, I'd use my strongest attack. I started charging Heaven Sword. Iris looked a bit surprised standing there. With her power, she'd feel the terrifying power in my sword. The destructive force. The sword energy flew out with a deep blue glow. Damage 1 2 3, 1 for 5 2. Iris's hand under her dress trembled slightly. Ding, the City Lord of Evernight. Iris's favorabilities increased by 20. Current favorabilities 30. The game notification popped up, making me freeze for a second. Favorability. It's a value between the player and the NPC. Clearly my performances got Iris's approval, making her like me a bit more. The strong VE always like the strong. Iris is definitely excited right then. He's only at the start of the first transition. How's his power like someone at the end of the third transition? Is this what a descendant's like? City Lord. What I've just shown's my strongest attack. Now I'll show you. My area of effect attack Thunder come. As my hand dropped, a thick bolt of lightning fell from the sky. A ton of damage numbers floated up from the area where the dummy was. Watching it all's made Iris even more excited. Ding Evernight City Lord Iris. Her favorability's gone up by 10. Current favorability's 40. I acknowledge your strength. I've got a great place to recommend to you. It'll help you level up fast. My eyes VE lit up. A hidden quest. Something nobody's ever gotten from her. A hidden quest. Respected City Lord. I'm looking forward to the place you've mentioned. Don't call me City Lord. Just call me Iris from now on. Okay Iris, she gave a gentle smile. The beauty she'd shown in that moment made my heart skip a beat. This NPC's way too realistic. I almost lost my cool when she noticed something's up. Iris wasn't angry though. I'd like to recommend the Empire's Royal Academy. But before that, you've got to get something as proof for admission. Please tell me what it's City Lord. The Star of Hope. Only the best rookies get a chance to enter the Royal Academy. Back in the starting area, you descendants a chance to get the Star of Hope title, but it's just too hard. Now as long as you can. Iris suddenly froze, because I pulled out the Star of Hope title from the Hell level trial that I'd finished in the beginner village. The Star of Hope. Yeah, I've cleared the hardest trial. You've got this in the starting area. Iris doesn't know what to say anymore. Her chest's heaving, showing just how she's feeling right then. But I'll be representing Evernight City this time, right? As the City Lord, shouldn't you reward me with something good? Yi Li Sai Wen. He was stunned and said, it seems like this is the real reason you showed me your strength. Tell me, what do you want? Hey, do you have a level 30 gold set? Give me a set. I've got a gold set, but can you even wear it? All the gear for you descenders needs your stats to be high enough. It's useless if I give it to you now. Don't worry about that. You just need to have it ready. I'm going to level up right now. Go on then, when you need your second job change, you can come to me to get the set. Gold set secured. School admission sorted. Next is some crazy leveling. Hitting level 30 in a single day. Getting out of the gaming pod. You head upstairs to find Li Na. Knock twice. Li Na opened the door pretty fast. Sister Na. It's me, you brat. You finally remembered me, but only at night. She couldn't be thinking, this brat is up to no good. You frowned at Li Na and saw her eyes turning a bit shy. Her face started turning red too. Sister Na, I've got something to tell you. Li Na gave you another look, turned around and walked back to the living room sofa. That's when you noticed. Li Na was wearing a silk nightgown. The soft nightgown was a bit loose, hugging her chest and hips, showing off some pretty nice curves. You looked away and followed her to the sofa. Go ahead. What's a brat like you doing here so late at night? You looked at Li Na and her face got even redder. Her eyes were looking at you with a bit of expectation. Sister Na, let me take you into the game. Tell me your game ID. I'll go find you. You had me nervous all night. And it's just this. Logging back into the game, you opened your friend list right away and typed in the name Lao Zishu Daoshan and hit enter. You didn't really get it. Why Sister Na would pick a name like that? It didn't fit her at all. Right after you sent the request, Li Na accepted it on her end. Then Li Na sent a message. You're actually the real Yi Jian Shuangjiao. Hey, are you surprised? Surprised my foot. You didn't even tell me something this big. You felt a bit guilty seeing that message and quickly changed the subject, saying you'd go over and help her level up. Li Na didn't push it and soon gave you a set of coordinates, saying she had a friend to bring along. Checking the coordinates, you saw Li Na was actually in Holy Light City. That's not bad. It's a good chance to pick up the legendary quests in Holy Light City. Meanwhile, at a leveling spot outside Holy Light City, Li Na ignored her friend shouting and sat right down on the grass. Then she lay down comfortably. She was wearing a piece of worn-out armor, showing off a bit of her pale belly and arms. The armor was tight against her body. It perfectly outlined her hot curves, making the girl next to her roll her eyes. Look, your belly's even showing. Don't worry, Zhao Yu said, while pulling Li Na's armor down a bit. She's a mage, wearing a class-specific mage robe, a special light grey robe, the loose robe. It covered her body completely. You could only tell from the curves in front and back that her figure was just as good as Li Na's. Oh Xiao Yu, why are you more annoying than my mom? It's fine, once my friend gets here, you'll be able to just lie back and level up. Nana, you've actually got a friend like that. Ha ha, he'll be here soon. Li Na and Zhao Yu were chatting when a group of players started sneaking up on them. Li Na and Zhao Yu were talking when a group of players crept over. Li Na frowned. She sat up and gave them a cold look. The skinny guy leading them looked at Li Na and Zhao Yu and said with a smile, hey girls, just the two of you leveling. Want to join our party? We're from the Yushan Guild. He hid a look of lust in his eyes. Wang Hao felt like his luck today was definitely maxed out leveling with his guild members. He didn't expect to run into such top-tier female players, especially that female warrior on the ground. That body and those looks, and those legs that went on forever. That female mage wasn't bad either, even though her robe covered her. But Wang Hao could tell at a glance. The solid curves underneath, the look in Wang Hao's eyes turned into pure lust. Li Na and Zhao Yu saw it, and didn't hide their disgust. We don't need to join your party. Now get lost. Hey, don't be in such a rush. Everyone's out here leveling. No need to be so cold. Any other female player might have said yes, since leveling on your own's really hard. Getting hit by monsters really hurts. But Li Na and Zhao Yu weren't having it. Li Na just yelled at them to get lost. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Either level with us, or we'll send you back to town dead. Right then, a figure suddenly dropped from the sky, landing perfectly right in front of Li Na. When Li Na saw who it was, her eyes lit up and she said, "You're finally here." You turned and grinned at Li Na. Better late than never. Just in time to clear out these flies. You sounded pretty arrogant, completely ignoring Wang Hao and his crew. Wang Hao and his guys all glared at you. Kid, who do you think you are? Interfering with the Yushan Guild? Brother Hao, let's get him. Nobody messes with us in Holy Light City. You didn't even care about their trash talk. You just waved your hand. A bolt of lightning as thick as a bowl suddenly crashed down among Wang Hao's group and blew them all to bits in a flash of thunder. 115 for 712, a string of crazy numbers floated up from Wang Hao and the others' heads. They only had time to feel the thunder's power, and they all dropped before they could even scream. In that moment, your name, the red-named player's been killed by Yi Jian Shuangbiao. After coming out of Holy Light City's respawn point, Wang Hao's face looked pretty intense. Yi Jian Shuangbiao, wasn't he in Eternal Night City? How'd he get to Holy Light City? Tons of questions flashed through Wang Hao's head, but he quickly remembered what the leader said. Remember, if you find Yi Jian Shuangbiao, report it immediately. Thinking of this, Wang Hao quickly opened his friend list. Leader Yi Jian Shuangbiao's in Holy Light City. At that time, Yushan Dang Chen was out with the elite team, grinding and leveling up in the wild. He suddenly got Wang Hao's message, and he lost all interest in leveling up. Yi Jian Shuangbiao. He turned to look at the guild members, and called all the core members together, telling them to meet at the south gate. Yes, leader? And called all the core members together, telling them to meet at the south gate. Yes, leader? Soon all of Holy Light City got busy because of Yushan Dang Tian's order. A huge crowd of Yushan Guild players all started heading toward the south gate, making everyone else stop and stare. What's going on? Looks like the Yushan Guild's going to the south gate. I heard their leader found Yi Jian Shuangbiao's trail. They're going over to snipe him. Yi Jian Shuangbiao. Is that the level 30 pro? That's the one. I don't know what their leader's thinking. The guy's level 30, how are they gonna kill him? Yushan Dang Tian looked coldly at the guild's core members. Send out all the thieves and hunters. In 30 minutes at most. I want to know Yi Jian Shuangbiao's exact coordinates. Meanwhile, after I easily wiped out Wang Hao and his group, Li Na kept pestering me with questions, asking if I'm a hidden class. Why are you so much stronger than the hidden classes on the forums? Wei, say something. What's with the silence? My head was just buzzing. I was about to drown in Li Na's questions. Hey Sister Na, let's get moving first. I'll answer your questions one by one. Hearing what I said, Li Na finally stopped. Alright, where are we going to level up? I almost forgot to introduce you. This is my bestie Zhao Yu. She's pretty and sweet and a total catch. Li Na pulled Zhao Yu over and winked at me. Zhao Yu's face turned bright red, and she tried to tickle Li Na. Li Na, I'm gonna kill you. Don't be mad. This girl named Zhao Yu, I'd only heard Li Na mention her in my past life. She died early on when the monsters invaded. He'd cried for a long time about it. It's rare to have a best friend he can mess with like that. The mobs around Holy Light City are too low level. Let's go somewhere further out. You said that and opened the game map, pointing at a completely black area. Li Na and Zhao Yu looked surprised. It's so far it'll take half a day to walk. As you spoke, the angel wings behind you snapped open. I'll just fly you guys there. Li Na's eyes lit up when she saw that. You grinned, grabbing both their slim waists. Then you took off from the ground, making both girls scream. They both instinctively grabbed onto you. The group followed the map's guidance. We'd quickly crossed over a huge leveling spot. Li Na and Zhao Yu got off you. When they saw the mobs in front of them, they both froze in place. Evil cultist level 45, okay? From now on, you two just need to help me pick up gear. You said it and threw out a fire whirlwind. When the roaring red whirlwind in the camp rose up from the ground, Li Na finally reacted and stared blankly, saying, holy crap. Are you cheating, Ding? Your level increased to 30. All attributes +1. Free attribute points +5. When the game's notification sound rang in the two girls' ears, Li Na started shaking with excitement. Zhao Yu next to her was nodding excitedly too, from her chest heaving up and down. You could tell how excited she was. But you, the main character, were totally calm. To level up again, I've got to do the second job change. But NA don't change jobs yet. I'll get you a hidden class in a few days. Hearing there's a hidden class, Li NA got even more excited. She suddenly jumped on you saying, "Little brother, you're really the best. All those years I spent taking care of you were worth it." Li NA said and gave you a big kiss on the cheek. Zhao Yu watched you and Li NA longingly. Man, she's feeding me relationship goals again. You still had things to do in Holy Light City, so you decided to fly back alone. Li NA and Zhao Yu didn't say anything else, and they immediately crushed their town portal scrolls. When you flew near Holy Light City, you soon noticed a huge crowd of players below. Out of curiosity, you planned to fly down and see what's happening. In the crowd right then, Yushan Dangtian was throwing a fit. Trash, you're all trash. Over 3,000 thieves and hunters, and you can't find one arrow double mark. Facing Yushan Dangtian's rage, the core members below didn't dare say a word. Suddenly Wang Hao felt a chill down his spine. He looked up and said, "Guild leader, there's someone above us." Wang Hao stared blankly at the sky above. At the figure descending, the other members of the Yushan Guild looked up too. Suddenly Yushan Dangtian's face changed. "One arrow double mark. Tell everyone to get ready. Attack on my command." "Yes, sir." Yushan Dangtian's order quickly went down. Over 10,000 players outside the south gate looked up. At that moment you also saw them clearly. It's just a game for players. Every single one started with Yushan. Clearly these guys were from the Yushan Guild. They wanted to jump me in the wild. HMPH, it looks like it's time to give Yushan Dangtian a little shock. I lowered my altitude, looking down at Yushan Dangtian from above. Yushan Dangtian's face looked really dark. In his eyes, what I was doing was just pure contempt and an insult to him. Everyone listen up and get him. With Yushan Dangtian's order, the guild members who'd already prepared the ranged classes all started throwing their skills at me. Every class with a ranged attack launched an assault on me, facing thousands of attacks. A look of disdain crossed my face. I just let those attacks hit me. With so many skills overlapping in mid-air, there was a deafening explosion. All the players watching from a distance, their eyes went wide. They thought even Yijian Shuangbia wouldn't feel good after that. Ha ha ha. Yijian Shuangbia, that's what you get for looking down on our Yushan Guild. Now you know how powerful a big guild is. Yushan Dangtian laughed like a maniac. His face was all twisted up, but his smile didn't last long. When the explosion in the air cleared, I'd appeared in front of everyone completely unharmed. No, it's impossible. Now it's my turn. Fire Cyclone, I raised my hand. Right in the middle of the crowd, I dropped to Fire Cyclone where they were thickest. As a ton of damage numbers popped up, every player in that area turned into white light. This scene made Yushan Dangtian's eyes nearly pop out of his head. How could someone deal this much damage at this stage? The guild managers were still directing the members. They thought he'd definitely use some kind of shield skill, or there's no way he'd survive so many attacks. And he's still flying in the air. Since it's a shield, it's got to have a limit. If we keep it will definitely bring him down. Under the manager's orders, another round of flashy attacks came flying at me. This time I didn't just stand there and take it. I used my angel wings to fly even higher, and dropped another Fire Cyclone at the same time. A Fire Cyclone every 3 seconds was my most effective AoE skill right now. When it came to large-scale team fights, the effect was insane. Hundreds more players died to the Fire Cyclone. That's when I noticed the managers who were directing the fight. I immediately triggered my Azure Thunder skill. As the lightning crashed down, the group of managers who'd been directing the battle were wiped out instantly, dropping gear all over the ground. When Yushan Dangtian saw this, he'd finally realized something was wrong. This Yijian Shuangbiao's damage and defense were way beyond any normal player. Something's wrong, his stats are way too high. He'd be the one to die if they kept fighting. He'd got to get out of here as soon as the thought hit him. Yushan Dangtian didn't care about his guild members nearby anymore. Instead, he secretly crushed a city return scroll and went straight back to Holy Light City. At the same time, you noticed Yushan Dangtian had already run off. While laughing to yourself, you turned on the eye of the cabin. The coordinates for Holy Light City were sent. Did you even ask me if you could leave? Sword of the Heavens. The sword light shot out and disappeared into the distance. On the other side, Yushan Dangtian just stepped out of the teleport point. He looked pretty upset. The managers who died and respawned found Yushan Dangtian too. They crowded around him, asking what they should do next. Just as he was about to answer, he saw a blue light flash across the sky. Before he could see what it was, the blue light shot straight at him. At that moment, Yushan Dangtian instinctively felt the danger. Dimensional blur. Without hesitating, he crushed a life-saving item he'd worked hard to get. His body turned transparent in an instant. It finally started. In this state, I'm in another dimension. No attack can touch me. But things didn't go as planned. That blue light was like a spike of truth that saw through everything. It stabbed right into Yushin Dangtian. Even in his blurred state, 185 for 723, a crazy damage number, floated up from his body, and he turned into white light and vanished. The other managers were totally stunned. Everything happened way too fast. Before they could even react, their guild leader was one-shotted by an attack from far away. It was an attack from one arrow double mark. Meanwhile, the battle outside the city changed too. Under your raging fire cyclone, more and more players died and went back to the respawn point. When over half the players were killed by your fire cyclone, the rest couldn't take it anymore. More and more guild members got fed up with Yushin Dangtian and the management. People started leaving the guild. What the hell is the Yushin guild doing? It's over. I'm out, I'm leaving the guild. This made the newly respawned Yushin Dangtian incredibly angry. One arrow double mark. I'm gonna kill you. But he just respawned. And before he could even finish cursing, a bolt of lightning struck from above. Under the shocked eyes of the players around him, he was one-shotted again right at the fountain. This massive siege, in front of all the stunned onlookers, ended in less than 5 minutes. The crowd watching was totally blown away. This one arrow double mark is way too strong. Didn't anyone notice? The damage he's dealing is all hundreds of thousands or millions. You're just now realizing the pro's damage is high. He was doing over 10,000 at level 5. Now he's level 30 and it's just terrifying. Because of this battle, the name one arrow double mark. I'm finally starting to get noticed by the big powers. I made it into Holy Light City without a hitch. I headed straight for the biggest building, the Holy Light Cathedral. Sitting on the main throne in the hall, there was an old man, with snow-white hair and a big smile on his face. It looks like you've defeated the demon that was sealed in the starting lands. You've done well. God'll bless you. The high priest's smile was really warm. He waved his hand gently in front of me, and a warm holy light flowed into my body. You've received High Priest Orumbo's blessing. My max HP went up by 300 as the first bonus. If a normal player got this blessing, they'd probably be laughing in their sleep. But for me right now, it's only slightly better than nothing. Thank you for the blessing. If you help me bring back the head of that troublemaker Crow Glock, I'll tell you the next part of the quest. High Priest Orumbo's giving you a quest. Retrieve Crow Glock's head. Do you accept? A weird look crossed my face. Crow Glock? Isn't that the crow hiding in the undead crypt? What a coincidence. I'll take the challenge. God's glory'll be with you. After saying goodbye to High Priest Orumbo, I used a teleport scroll to get back to Evernight City. When I saw City Lord Iris again, she looked even colder than before. But once she saw me, she still nodded to acknowledge me. I've got news. The Sea Tribes finished gathering their troops. They'll attack Evernight City in 10 hours. My face turned serious when I heard that. What's coming was bound to happen. In my past life, I'd heard about the Sea Tribes army attacking Evernight City, but this time I'm going to experience the battle myself. Iris, you called me here because you've got something to say, right? I've heard that General Shishar's leading the Sea Tribe this time. If I can get your help, I'm 100% sure we can end this quickly. Facing the Sea Tribe invasion, Evernight City Lord Iris has sent you a party request. I didn't hesitate and hit accept right away. I'd be happy to fight by your side. I knew you'd say yes. Evernight City Lord Iris. Her favorability towards you went up by 20. Iris rushed out as soon as she finished talking. Evernight City'll be under attack by the Sea Tribe in 10 hours. All players bound to Evernight City can help out. The sudden announcement left all the players in Evernight City totally stunned. But right after that, they were all incredibly excited. A regional defense quest. Isn't this just a perfect chance to farm points? How'd we get so lucky? After the announcement went out, more and more players started heading back to prepare. Time ticked by second. And finally on the distant horizon, a black tide appeared. When that tide showed up, Iris was dressed in her full armor, surrounded by a squad of guards. I've walked through the crowd to the walls of Evernight City. Every player who's seen Iris along the way just froze right there. The City Lord's way too beautiful. She's 10,000 times better than the screenshots. Surrounded by guards, Iris has stepped onto the wall, looking down at the west. At the bustling crowd, Iris has stepped onto the wall, looking down at the west. At the bustling crowd. My people, today's battle's very dangerous. It's about the survival of Evernight City. The God's light. It's with you. You've been blessed by Holy Knight Iris. Health and magic attacks up by 5%. Iris's group blessing. It's got the players really hyped up. Some V shouted long live the City Lord. Others re fanatical about Iris, expressing their love for her. A loud grand horn sounded from afar. The sea races waves re on the horizon, slowly showing their true faces. In front's a group of fish-headed people. Minions re holding harpoons. These minions re everywhere, stretching so far you can't see the end. Before the players even attack, Evernight City's guards VE struck first. A rain of black swords is risen from the wall. Then it's curved in a perfect arc, landing right in the merman camp. In just one moment, a huge wave of mermen VE fallen silently. This scene's left all the players stunned. Right then, Some players VE started attacking the monsters. Below the wall, players on the wall re-chatting and laughing, killing the advancing mermen with a wave. 3 hours VE passed by. The front line of mermen's been wiped out. Next to attacks the Flying Fish Commander. Diamond Boss level 55 skill Flying Fish Strike, Sea Surge and Life Spring, Dying Strike and Fish Scale Armor. Brothers, I'm going in. Quick, get the first kill. Other players VE thrown skills at the commander. A dense wave of skills. It's made a rainbow in the sky. After the smoke's cleared, the Flying Fish Commander wasn't hurt at all. You stupid humans. You're not even worth an inch to me. Then the Flying Fish Commanders aimed at the players on the wall and used Flying Fish Strike. Now he's like a ghost, taking players' lives at will. A dozen players VE died in a blink. Right at that desperate moment, you descended like a god. It's the great god Meow. It's really him. We're saved. Looking at the commander's stats. You didn't dare be careless. You've used the skill God's Wrath Grip and crushed him in your hand. God's Wrath Grip's an instant skill. It compresses space for everything in the area, suppressing them for 8 seconds. The moment the grip started, you've also let out a fire whirlwind. Then you're standing in mid-air. You've drawn your bow and started charging. Fire whirlwind. It grows right where the Flying Fish Commander's standing. Then it starts burning through his health bar. Shocks written all over the Flying Fish Commander's face. A human who hasn't even reached the second job change can actually deal such crazy damage. No wonder that fodder couldn't break the line before. But none of that matters to the Flying Fish Commander. What he really cares about is that he can't move. Hey, what did you do to me? The only answer he gets is the deep blue light glowing on your bowstring. The commander's face changes. A human who hasn't even hit the second job change to a C race member like me who's almost at the third. What kind of damage could he possibly do? Damage for 5-2, 3-6-5-7. What's going on? That's so much damage. Damage for 5-2, 3-6-5-7. What's going on? That's so much damage. His health bar's like a crushed ice pop. Half of it's gone in a flash. The Flying Fish Commander was still trying to break free, but he just froze up. Then deep fear shows in his eyes. You raise your hand. A bolt of lightning strikes from the sky. Now he's finally panicking. I'm General Shisha's nephew. Spare me, he begs as the Flying Fish Commander. Your expression doesn't change. Your bow fires off shots rapidly. I'm not worried. The Flying Fish Commander dies in a rage. Then the effect of God's wrath finally wears off. At the same time, in every player's ear, the game announcement rings out. Server-wide announcement. Player Yi Jianshuang Biao successfully killed a level 55 diamond boss. Reward is a diamond-grade equipment selection chest. Wow! Until the 3 server-wide announcements finished, someone finally snaps out of it and yells, holy crap. Yi Jianshuang Biao just one-shot a level 55 diamond boss. The scene shifts. Down in the undersea world something's happening. A conspiracy where Eternal Night City's mine, and Yi Jianshuang Biao's head is yours. Deal. Someone's happy about killing a diamond boss. Dancing around with joy. Master. The commander soon notices the changes at the shore. The battlefield horn sounds again. Then a burly figure leaps up from the distant troops. In just a moment he's right in front of you. Now you can see what he looks like. He's a half-man half-fish on a ray mount. General Shisha legendary rank. Health and mana values are hidden. Except for his name. All his other stats are question marks. His level's clearly higher than mine. You've ruined my plans. From now on, the Sea Race will hunt you down forever. Sea Race General Shisha has issued a Sea Race wanted order for you. Your favorability with all Sea Race members is -100. In any Sea Race territory, you won't be able to buy anything from them. As General Shisha finishes speaking, you get a system notification. You don't care about it at all. You just look at him with disdain. General Shisha got pissed off. I know you're a descendant. I'll kill you once today, to pay back the blood debt for my fallen soldiers. After General Shisha said that, an energy spear formed in his hand, and he threw it at you. Your face fell and you were about to dodge, when you heard a cold voice in your ear. If you want to kill my person, you've got to get through me first. There was Iris, holding a wide shield and a golden sword, looking heroic and noble all at once. When you were facing General Shisha alone, you were actually a bit panicked, but with a high-level knight blocking for you, it's a whole different story. Clearly Iris is a rival. Put a lot of pressure on him too, with a holy light knight guarding you. Unless you're getting ganged up on, that shark head couldn't possibly hurt you. Thinking that, you immediately drew your bow, aiming right at General Shisha. General Shisha wasn't just going to let you attack. The Sea Race Priest put a few buffs on General Shisha. Now General Shisha was glowing red all over. His aura was a whole level higher than before. Now General Shisha was glowing red all over. His aura was a whole level higher than before. Die human. The weapon in his hand was like a fierce dragon. The spearhead flashed with light, and he stabbed straight at you. Guardian Taunt. Iris was already watching General Shisha. Seeing him move, she used Taunt right away, and pulled General Shisha's attack. Come on, look at me. Under the taunt's effect, General Shishar's spear slammed right into Iris's shield. There was a loud bang. General Shishar's body shook, and he almost fell off the demon fish's back. Luckily the demon fish backed up in time to absorb most of the recoil for him. Iris on the other side was doing much better. She just shook back a couple of times, and then she steadied herself. By then your sky sword was fully charged. Before the sword shot out, you had a quick thought. God's wrath grip held General Shishar's body down. His eyes suddenly went wide, and then he started struggling hard. But your sky sword, it had already shot right at him. General Shishar's pupils shrank, and he felt the breath of death on him. Luckily right then, the power holding his body suddenly vanished. He quickly turned on his armor's protection, and a bubble-like shield wrapped him right up. Only then did General Shishar's face look a bit better. Seeing the damage you dealt, General Shishar's eye twitched hard. He'd lived a long time, but it was his first time seeing such an outrageous descendant. How could a rank 2 player like you deal this kind of damage? Lei Yun didn't die for nothing by your hands. You don't waste any words. You raise your hand and drop another lightning bolt. Then, you start shooting at General Shishar without a word. While you're shooting away, a black figure quietly shows up behind you. With just one hit, it's like time stopped. You notice something's wrong. You look back and see a dark shadow, holding a dagger and stabbing at your back. At the last second, with Yun Naiyao's clutch move, you spin around and dodge the lethal blow. But the wings on your back get slashed. You can't fly for now. If it wasn't for Yun Naiyao, you'd really be done for here. Iris nearby is also shocked. The traitor takes off his hood. It's Ale the assassin from the Yushan Guild. Damn that one arrow double mark Ale. Go give him some trouble. Don't worry boss. I'm on it. Quick reflexes. Great mark. You originally planned to use your flight to lead the attack against General Shishar. Now that you can't fly, you can't threaten General Shishar anymore. The Yushan Guild is really something. They've probably made a deal with the Sea Tribe. This fight's gonna be tough. Flatten this place. General Shishar raises his spear high and shouts, Sea Tribe brothers, charge and flatten Evernite City. We're the true masters of this land. The Sea Tribe below the walls go wild, ignoring all their pain. Even with a missing arm, they keep fighting the Evernite soldiers. The humans had the upper hand, but with just one sentence, General Shishar turned the tide. He sparked the Sea Tribe's potential with one line and made them forget the pain. Is this war will? That's a talent only a few of the dragon race have. Looks like this General Shishar is a big deal. You pat Yun Naiyao's head. Naiyao, looks like we're done for today. Naiyao looks at you with a determined look. This doesn't sound like the Great Mark. I know. Just go for it, Great Mark. She says. Yun Naiyao uses her staff to heal you like crazy. You were down to a third of your health, but you're full again in no time. You look at the confident Yun Naiyao, and your fighting spirit returns. Iris looks at the brutal battlefield. Her mind's made up. She looks at your back as you fight. Suddenly she drops to one knee and says, by my life, I'll be your shadow and your shield. No matter if there's thorns or fire ahead, I'll step up. This loyalty lasts until death, eternal like the stars. Iris stands up, points her sword at the sky and says, in the name of Iris, I'll protect one arrow double mark. A huge golden pillar of light shoots up. The battlefield goes quiet for a moment. Holy Knight Iris. She's bound you as her protection target. Until the protection ends. You've got the blessing of Holy Knight Iris, boosting your effects by 100%. As the blessings keep stacking up, you've become the brightest light around. Right now, there are so many buffs in your status bar that you can't even count them all. But there's one thing you can see clearly, and that's your attack power. After getting all those blessings, it's reached a crazy 2.24 million. Is this the power of the protection contract? Attack power actually hit 2.24 million. While you're standing there amazed, Iris comes over to you. Stop daydreaming. Help me take down General Shishar. Once Shishar's dead, the Sea Clan's leaderless and the crisis is over. Let's go Hualuo. Iris uses her taunt skill on General Shishar. Come here, shark head. General Shishar roars at her. Shut up, and charges straight at Iris. Iris and General Shishar start fighting on the wall. While Iris is tanking the damage, you quickly open the diamond chest you got from killing the flying fish commander. Iris and General Shishar keep fighting on the wall. While Iris is tanking the damage, you quickly open the diamond chest from the flying fish commander. Ding! Congrats, you've got the Diamond Sea God's hunting net. Active skill Breath of the Tide. Passive Sea Clan Slayer and Sea God's protection. With this diamond longbow, what you care about most's the active skill. It can make your attack speed 5 times faster for 5 seconds. Without a second thought, you start firing wildly at General Shishar. Facing the attack, General Shishar isn't going down easy. Since his melee attacks blocked by Iris, he switches to ranged attacks. But he clearly underestimated the Holy Knight's protection. Any ranged attack aimed at you, they'll be blocked by Iris with a massive light shield. Don't worry about me, just keep firing. As for you, Your arrows haven't stopped once. You're just standing there and blasting, with your arrows doing over 1,000,000 damage. General Shisha's shield finally hits its limit and shatters. How's this possible? Iris sees General Shisha's shield break and yells for you to take the shot. Now's the time. You draw your bow and use Sword of the Heavens. A light blue sword energy shoots like a meteor at Shisha's face. But General Shisha stays calm. He doesn't even try to dodge. Just as the sword's about to hit, a blinding golden light comes from General Shisha, blinding everyone on the wall. Only you with your Eye of the Abyss can see what's making that golden light. It's a dragon scale. Damn, this guy really has dragon blood. Little mouse, if you don't act now, our deal's off. Suddenly your neck feels a chill. You fall back almost on instinct. A dark shadow with a faint whistling sound brushes past your throat. You quickly roll up, back against the city wall. As the golden light fades, a slender figure slowly comes out of the shadows. It's the assassin Ayla sent by the Shandong Association. Allah flicks his wrist hard, throwing 3 silver daggers at you. Iris sees Allah attacking you. Just as she's about to help, General Shisha blocks her path. Your opponent's me. The silver daggers Ayla threw didn't fly straight at you, but blocked your left, right, and top. Allah pulls out an ominous-looking, pitch-black weird short sword with his left hand. He's there in an instant. You see the short sword and your pupils shrink. This is the King's Slayer. Then here's the King's Slayer, the most mysterious second-ranked assassin from the past life. Holy protection. Yunai Yao just woke up from the blinding gold light. Seeing things look bad, she immediately puts a shield on you. The short sword hits the shield shatters instantly. You're blown back by the blast shockwave. Seeing you're okay, Yunai Yao breathes a sigh of relief and starts healing you like crazy. Your health, which was near death, starts climbing fast. Damn healer. Allah stops caring about you since you're almost full health and turns to rush at Yunai Yao. Not good, you think in shock. The reason the King's Slayer was called the second best assassin in the past life is this King's Slayer sword made from a demon skull. People killed by demon items, they'll be banned from reviving. In this stage where the projection started, if you die you're really dead, so you pull out the one-time item you got from beating the fire demon, the Demon's Whisper. Looking at the evil item in your hand, you don't have time to worry about the scary side effects after using it. You quickly bite your finger. Blood drips onto the demon's skull. The Demon's Whisper. Suddenly time seems to stand still. Everyone around you stops moving. Please choose your target to confuse. Once you've chosen, you'll control them for 5 seconds. Enjoy the feeling of controlling everything. You immediately mess with Allah's perception. In Allah's mind, General Shisha becomes the enemy he has to kill first. When you open your eyes again, Allah's already heading for General Shisha, launching an all-out attack. Right then, Crow Glock far away in the undead cave feels a strange energy. It's the scent of a demon. General Shisha didn't expect at all that Allah would actually attack him. He tries to dodge to the side on instinct, but it's too close. After a cloud of thick smoke, General Shisha fell onto his Mount Yao Yu. His health almost hit 0. When you tried to land the final blow, you found you couldn't lock onto him. Meanwhile, Ale crashed hard into the ground from the sky. The wound on his chest had gone deep. His health already emptied out. But he didn't act like other players, dissipating and respawning in the main city. Instead, he just lay there motionless, like he'd actually died. You'd run out of resources and didn't have the energy to think about all this weird stuff happening. You could only watch General Shisha flee in disgrace. The Sea Race army heard the horn and started pulling back. Evernite City's crisis finally ended. Iris came over to you with a bright smile. My warrior, thanks for everything you've done for Evernite City. Iris's favorability for you went up by 10. It's at 70 now. Thanks for protecting us. My knights still holding the east wall. The players saw the Sea Race army receding like a tide and cheered wildly. The viewers watching the fight couldn't handle it. They said the damage from that double shot's insane. Nobody could have survived that. I just saw his arrow. The damage broken 10 million. It's crazy that the Sea Race threat's gone. Just when everyone's breathing a sigh of relief, some sudden news hit like a giant rock in the ocean, sending massive waves through the player base. The Sea Race threat's over. Just when everyone's breathing a sigh of relief, some sudden news hit like a giant rock in the ocean, sending massive waves through the player base. A huge crowd of undeaded appeared in the west. They're heading right for the city walls. This sudden news made the Evernite City players panic. What's going on? Weren't only the Sea Race supposed to attack? Why are there undead here? Everyone get to the walls now. We can't let the undead into Evernite City. Suddenly, the system might say we failed the defense. Compared to the Sea Race, the undead from the mountains were easier to kill. If nothing else, as long as the priests give the attackers a light blessing, they'll do double damage to the undead. That alone, that's enough for players to handle them. While Yoriro's healing you, you'd heard about the undead army attacking the west wall. You immediately thought of that crow growl. Right then, the ground on the battlefield started shaking. A bottomless crack spread quickly. then a hand made of pure white. Massive bones. Grabbed the edge of a crack. With a huge push, a giant skeleton king crawled out from underground. Everyone there'd only 2 words in their heads. Run, it's the Skeleton King. The 100-meter tall skeleton giant on the field. It's just too terrifying. The dark figure on the giant's shoulder. Nobody else see clearly. But you recognized Lick Glock at a glance. Lick Glock Diamond Boss. Level 55. Skills Undead Summon Dark Curse Blood Rage. Death Coil. Looking at Lick Glock's stats, you breathed a sigh of relief. This Lick Glock stats are about the same as the Flying Fish Commander's. He just looks more intimidating. Right now Lick Glock didn't care about your surprise at all. He walked slowly over to where he lay on the ground. Beside the motionless Ayla, Lick Glock just waved his hand. Suddenly Ayla's neck split open with a smooth wound out of nowhere. A drop of essence blood seemed pulled by an invisible force. It curved weirdly through the air, landing right between Lick Glock's eyes. Right then Ayla, his body shriveled up before your eyes. In the end even his skin turned to ash. After absorbing the essence blood Lick Glock, his dry white bones and flesh started rebuilding, like Deadwood getting hit with some evil life. That's right, it's the smell of a demon. As long as I've got demon power, I'll completely wipe out all you descenders. Ha ha ha. You check Lick Glock's stats again. System error. Can't identify Lick Glock legendary boss. Level unknown. Damn, this guy actually evolved. The reborn Lick Glock looked around, locked his eyes on a group heading into Evernight City. Running players. He pointed at a blonde warrior, casually raised his right hand, then clenched it in the air. The blonde warrior seemed to sense something. He didn't even have time to scream. His whole body under an unstoppable force lost its life. What kind of move is that? From dozens of meters away, he just reached out and crushed the warrior to death. Forget that for now. We're short on tanks. Tell that warrior to respawn and get over here. I can't reach him, I can't get through. The system says player not found. At the same time, inside a big interactive gaming center,